Hello, everyone. Welcome to the World Series of Board Gaming's coverage of the Grand Semi Final. The Grand Semi Final Raw was one of the 4 ring events drawn. These are 4 ring winners who are going to be competing, but I have a very special guest commentating today, the Raw 2022 champion and 3-time final tableist, Loyd Wasson. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining and commentating on the game.
I'm so glad to be here.
Did I get that right? You've made 3 final tables in the World Series of Board Game. Is that true?
I made Raw twice, and I did Splendor this last year.
Yeah. And if you haven't seen the ring final of this year's Raw or last year's Raw, you can go watch them on YouTube. It was a wild game. The last thing I commentated was your game of Raw this year, and it was just like a really wild thing to watch. But we're excited to watch this one, and I'm so excited to have you here because I mean, I think I can say this, considering you've made the final table 2 years in a row, Loyd. You're one of the best Raw players in the world.
That's it would be an incredible thought if that was true. But Raw is an interesting game, and it permits people to times, and I'm probably the luckier of the group.
Well, you got to be good to be lucky. That's what I always say. But before we begin, if you are considering attending the World Series of Board Gaming in Vegas this September 22nd to 26th, well, I have a special promotion just for you. You could win your share of $100,000 in cash and prizes just for playing board games. The World Series of Board Gaming is back and bigger than ever. High-level play, friendly competition, national championships, there's no other event of its kind. Are you the next big name in board gaming? Get your tickets now at WSBGVegas.com and use the code IMN to save yourself up to $50. What are you waiting for? It's time to get in the game. So if you missed the early bird deal, well, this is your next best deal. You can get your ticket to next year. Loyd, have you gotten your ticket to 2024 yet?
I am not 100% decided on which games I'm going to play. But besides Raw, I'm definitely going. I've already bought my hotel room.
Oh, amazing.
I haven't bought my ticket yet.
Well, that's good. Honestly, like getting your hotel room locked in is so important because especially if you want like inside or outside dates, I've been telling people this, like those fill up pretty quickly and we lose the cheapest rate. So getting it as soon as possible. And then you can figure out the game portion later, right? You can switch and swap.
I'm about to make a decision. I've already narrowed down on 3 of the games, so
nice.
I'll figure it out.
Cool. Well, this is one of the games that Loyd will probably be participating in next year. We're going to turn it over to the table and introduce and meet all of our competitors right now. So we're turning to the table right now.
Point to it and then make sure that we give it to you.
Judge Eugene Lee is just explaining, and players are going to be drafting or picking randomly their starting boards. Their starting boards in the game. From our bottom right, well, let's introduce the players. We have Andrew Law, the winner of Arc Nova, who's picking pick number 13 right away.
That's my favorite in this position.
That's your favorite?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 13 and 2 would be for sure be my favorite because it gives you a lot of power. You have that high number as well as low number, which the low number can be powerful too.
Nice. PJ Marry Me, winner of Cascadia, draws the 12, so he is the second highest. Bryant Brownell takes the 10, 9, and 5 board and leaving Bryant Brownell, who was our patchwork champion, leaving Levi Moreno tries to take Andrew Law's board, but is forced to take the 11, 8, and 4 to start us up as well. It should be noted that for those of you who are unfamiliar with the format of World Series of Board Gaming, this is this sort of grand semifinal. All of these players have won a tournament. Loyd, you experienced this last year as well. You're playing a game that is not your specialty. It is not your specialty. All of these players won a different game, and now they're forced to play Raw for their seat at the final table. So one of these players will move on to the final table and have a chance to take home that $25,000 grand prize and the title of World Series of Board Gaming 2023 champion. You can see they're doing their little Scrabble draws as well, holding the holding the bag above their head so that nobody can
everything's above the board, as we would say.
Yeah.
Above the game board in this situation. Yeah. Right now we see a pharaoh and I believe 3 gold. There's a bit of a glare.
Yeah.
Um,
and a god tile just getting drawn as well.
Those are all 3 incredible cards. I'm already seeing 5. I would have called. I wouldn't even have been surprised if Bryant there would have called Rock.
Yeah.
Even. If I was Andrew, I would throw out at least a 2. Okay, he's throwing out the 6.
He's throwing out the 6.
Which is probably going to get beat. This is a good board.
Yeah, it's a very good starting board.
Yeah.
I was talking a little bit to Brian, who runs some things behind WSBG. Raw is one of his favorite games. He had the idea, the concept of sort of like paced scoring, of trying to get like X amount of points in each tile. Do you ascribe to that sort of strategy?
I subscribe to each board, and when I like to call Raw often and regularly, it puts you in the power position of having the button.
Yeah.
So I always ask myself why I shouldn't call Raw. You know what I mean? Like, I want to call Raw. And so he just took, in my book, a possible 15, maybe even 20 points. By having the high Pharaoh, by keeping Pharaoh in lead, you're already locked in. You might have 5 points this round, 5 points the next round, and 5 points the round after that.
Yeah.
That could be 15 points. That's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points. We see Bryant has put his Pharaoh over in the civilization section, but I'm sure that will get it'll get corrected at some point in time.
Now I can't see what the. Oh, I think that's a Civ tile and a monument.
Yeah, I think it looks like a Nile one actually.
Oh, is it? It's the Nile? Okay.
It's the Nile. Yeah, there's a bit of a glare, but yeah.
In Epoch 1, Niles are more powerful than they are later. As monuments are more powerful probably in Epoch 3.
Yeah.
So I value that Nile tile as almost 3 points. Because as long as you get the flood, that's going to be worth around 3 points throughout the course of the game.
And Levi goes for another Raw. Levi pushing in the Raw. Levi hearing your voice of wisdom through the airwaves into the past.
Yeah. I actually maybe would really think about it in this position. It's not that much. Maybe 3. Maybe we're getting a point out of each one of those monuments. I value those around 1 point each in Epoch 1. It's a 5-point board. Generously, I would maybe say 4 in my book.
Yeah, it passes all around.
And they force him to take it. I'm a little suspect of that.
Yeah, I mean, Levi does get to upgrade his lowest number for a 9, so he will have that 9 going into the second era. So maybe that's part of what he's interested in. I think that's a Civ tile that just came out. I was trying to take a peek at them as they get drawn from the bag.
Right.
And then we have another monument as well.
This Civ is really important. This is why he's looking at this, is because if you don't want to get that -5.
Mm-hmm.
You want to pick it up. So this is almost a 60-point board, which is, in a way, better than what Levi just took.
Yeah. You see Brian thinking it out, but he goes for the bag. He goes for the pull.
His numbers are in the middle of the row. He can't take it with a low number, so he's not doing it.
Yeah.
There's another Nile.
There's a Nile. And also, too, is there any sort of our first Raw tile emerges?
Save everyone the effort.
That situation. I love drawing the Raw tile in that.
Yeah.
Now you don't have to bid if you don't want to, if everybody passes, but I imagine someone's going to bid. I imagine at least a 2.
I think we can.
They passed.
Yeah, they both just passed.
Yeah.
The Civ tiles are so powerful in that first epoch, especially.
Yeah, both should have bid, but they have the 2 and the 3. There's a lot of points out there already, potential points.
Oh, I put this on the wrong side.
But if you see how I play and you watch my other games, I'm pretty aggressive. I value 5, 6 points, 7 points as pretty decent.
Yeah.
You draw those Raw tiles and it ends. The game's over.
Yeah. Yeah, and it can happen just like that too. You can go on a run and you never know when it is going to happen. Do you think there's something to be said in terms of I know sort of at higher level play, I think people push the Raw a little bit more. I feel like when you're as unfamiliar with the game, you kind of sit back a bit and you hope to get those big swaths. Do you think that might be what people are anticipating here? Do you think we'll see larger values?
It's still early game. We only have one raw out there. There's only two, sun types. So it's still early. That's probably what they're thinking. I'd be calling raw. Both these players, I think, should have called raw.
Yeah.
I think they should have did 2 or 3 at this point. I don't want this, especially with the 2. That's why I like the 2 in that 13 spot, is that you can be aggressive and call
raw.
Yeah, he's calling raw. That's a good call. It got way better there with that Pharaoh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Significantly better.
I would have expected Bryant maybe to just snag the Pharaoh with his God tile and extend his lead if it had gone around to him, just with his board position, because he can be outbid by everybody, right? So.
Yeah, I would at least bid the 5. I would be debating whether to bid the 10 in his position.
Yeah, you don't want to let either Andrew or PJ get away with this for like a 2 or a 3. That would just be wow.
And he's going 10.
He goes for the 10.
Brian's playing excellent.
Yeah,
as I would expect from. I mean, I know him. I know him as truly friendly, and he is an exceptional board gamer. If you know anything about him.
Yeah. He takes it. He takes it with the 10. And yeah, a really great pull for Brian as well, extending that Pharaoh lead, getting the civs locked in, getting a Nile. Like he's checked almost all of the bucket lists of what you kind of want in a first epoch.
Absolutely. This is what I'd be real, and then right there I'm bidding 10.
Yeah.
For Brian, I'm going out on this. That's how I play.
Yeah.
And it costs me sometimes some games, but I think in the majority of cases,
Levi special.
You want that.
That's 4 times in a row.
I'm bidding 5 here.
The Levi special, Levi draws the other raw tile. There hasn't been a turn where Levi hasn't started a raw either by himself or by the tiles.
That's nice. Oh, Brian's not taking it?
Brian's not taking it, hoping to maybe eke it out, trying to suss out the other players around the table too, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm getting PTSD.
Another one. It starts coming quick. It starts coming quick. You never know.
You never know. You got another chance to bid at it now.
Yeah. Once you see 3 or 4 tiles out there, you should be expecting to see drawing a raw. You know, that's how the math works.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's like 4.5 or something. I've done the math before. I can't remember the exact number.
And especially, too, in that first epoch, I feel like the first epoch is the most likely, because they're the most raw tiles in the bag, to end quickly, right?
No, you have an exact. It should stay statistically the average.
Oh, cool.
Depending on how many raws you draw throughout the game. You should, there's a certain number of raws in there per tile. So each epoch should, in theory, be about the same length.
Right.
It never works out that way.
Yeah, if you take all of the raw games played, then and take their lengths, it should work out. Yeah.
This is an interesting game already. Like, people, they're not bidding. I would be bidding it as Andrew and PJ, but this play style can work out.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Yeah, a good bid by Andrew. 2 flood tiles up though. That's pretty huge, because it also shortens the probabilities for later on as well.
And there's a civ out there. He's getting a lot of points.
Yeah.
This is a lot of points. Is that 2 floods or a 2?
2 floods. 2 floods, 1 civ, and one of the monuments that Levi already has. Do you pay much attention to like creating these early doubles?
Oh yeah. Because you're gonna get that 3rd and 4th later on, and then we're
Yeah.
If you, I think it's way more important to. Some people try to diversify, and I think that's the wrong way to think of it. You want to triple up, quadruple up if you can.
Yeah. I think we're going to see Levi's 8 here. We have to then in that instance. Picking up the floods, gets the civ for him, scores his Nile, also creates that double, gives him options down the road. I mean, PJ limps in with a 3. There's also a 10 in the middle as well. So whatever you trade in, you're giving yourself a good number for next round.
Yeah, PJ has a situation where he's like, if I bid the 7, you're still not getting it, PJ, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like you said, but I would bid this small.
That's why I didn't bid. You were
Yeah, there you go. So now
Yeah.
he's forcing him to bid the 13. I like this play a lot.
Yeah.
He's not going to bid the 13, which is right.
Yeah.
And so what's great about the middle of the road number, you can still get great boards.
Yeah. And you can put the pressure because people value that highest tile so much, right? People are like, well, I can win anything. Is this the anything that I want to win?
If Epoch 1, you shouldn't. Like, I've seen people sit on the 13 through all Epochs, and I'm like, okay, cool story.
Yeah.
Alright, another Nile.
Yep.
Another Nile drawn.
My best move is to draw a tile, I think.
Bryant opting to draw a tile and not go out to take that Nile with nothing. Ooh, a Civ disaster tile. This is good news for Andrew and PJ, having none of them right now.
Yep. Now all of a sudden this board just looks perfect for them.
Yeah.
They're going to want to draw. They should just draw and get that board nice and fat.
Yeah, 100%.
All Brian and Levi want is to draw raw.
Yeah.
Draw raw so fast. They do not. They want this epoch to end.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild. Both Bryant and Levi capitalizing on 2 of their sun discs, and nothing has taken Andrew or PJ's fancy yet. Only 3 raw tiles up, so it feels like there's some leeway room there. But again, like you were saying, it can go quick. You can draw raw after raw and not have a chance to scoop things up.
Yeah, it happens pretty regularly. But this board is just getting juicier and juicier, and now it's perfect for Andrew and PJ. Like,
yeah.
What is Brian and Levi going to do? They don't want this board.
Yeah.
They're going to kill their Civ. He has to draw here. Like, it's not that. He's going to take -5 points and be out and not get a Civ.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not worth it to him.
Yeah, the only thing you could hope for would be a mistake on everybody else's part, and if he calls raw and somebody decides to take it with the 2 or the 3.
It's quite unfortunate for those 2. So one of the first,
if you put your hand in your
PJ or Andrew are going to get
take it back.
a good board here.
As soon as your hand's in the bag, you're committed to drawing. That is fair. Okay.
I would sit here too, Brian. Brian's doing the math. He's crushing the numbers. I know his brain. I can see it.
Bryant, I think Bryant said in terms of Patrick, he's like, yeah,
I love this play.
Nice play.
I love this.
Really great play by Bryant. Yeah, that is an awesome play. Extends that Pharaoh lead even further, makes it less of a juicy board.
Cost him 2 points, but he shouldn't care too much if somebody takes that. I mean, that shows you the power of the God time. It's probably going to lock him up Pharaohs. If somebody else gets higher Pharaohs, then he might be surprised. One. But I mean, it could happen, and it'd be a shame.
All right.
It could happen. A raw tile drawn.
Draw the raws. Force this board to end.
Levi and Bryant feeling very good about that draw.
I have to root for Levi and Bryant because they're my. I know Bryant from online, and he's such a friendly guy. I talk to him all the time at the convention. And Levi has won twice. Like, he's won. Like, he's got to be an exceptional player. I haven't really had a chance to sit down and talk with him, but nothing but props for these guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough even just making a final table, and the fact that Levi was able to win Terraforming Mars 2 years in a row. I think it'll be hard potentially for him to go for a 3-peat because he's got to have a huge target on his back at any game he sits down at now.
I tried it raw. I was close.
You were so close, yeah.
It was a game. It was. I mean, this is
3.
Yeah, he's bidding 3 because look, it's ridiculous. They've got these low numbers. They're playing well.
Yeah.
Like, the board's worked out for PJ and Andrew.
Does Andrew throw in his 6 here? That's the question. Would you throw your 6 in here? I would say yes.
But they're not doing what I thought they've been doing the whole game. They're
That goes away.
That's fair. PJ upgrading his 6 into a 10 as well.
Yeah, I mean, but like,
Or an 8. An 8. I think it was Levi's 8 that was still up there from last time.
but you know, it's Brian and Levi. You're just like, this is gross.
Yeah.
They know that this
It's
could.
very
It's only
tempting
halfway
already.
done with this EPOP.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And all the power is sitting
There's
with
only one
Andrew and
thing
PJ.
Yeah.
And that is to draw.
to draw a flood.
Another flood tile. That's
But
3 out of the
Floods are
12.
really good in this game.
Yeah. you don't normally see this many. So you got to think that they're going to be scarce in later epochs. Is what I'm thinking.
There's a raw tile. Bryant loves to see it, as does Levi. The time is ticking on Andrew's numbers, that's for sure.
He's drawing. You shouldn't draw. Don't draw. Did they all pass? I guess they all passed.
I guess they all passed, yeah.
I didn't hear it. Okay.
Yeah, Levi having 2 floods already.
Okay. Another sieve. Blood in his sieve, which is making like. This is giving me heart palpitations of my last raw.
You're getting flashbacks?
Yeah, because Andrew's sitting here just like gonna get great boards. He's just like, I don't need to call. I'm just gonna draw.
Well, only 3 more raw tiles to be drawn here. Now the pressure I feel, the players are going to feel this pressure.
Yeah.
Do we see Andrew limp in with this too?
It's got a sieve.
It's got a sieve, right?
Yeah. Sieve. I mean, nobody else wants it. He might as well take it. But he's getting what? Was it back to 3?
Yeah, he's getting back the 3. So not as optimal.
He's feeling the heat. He could have lipped in with his 2 earlier. I mean, this is why you lipped in a little earlier. But
Yeah.
he got it. It's pretty good. It's the right play.
Yeah.
At this point in time.
He at least gets the sieve. He can feel a bit more breathing room.
Yeah, he's not getting next 5.
Yeah. And now if some Nile tiles come out, that might be a really nice thing for Andrew to see. Because both Bryant, in a perfect world, Bryant wants a flood. What does Bryant want before he goes out? A flood, an extra Nile, and a couple extra buildings.
He
Yeah.
wants a big board. He wants a big fat board that he can, but he's gonna. In my guess, he's gonna get stuck with that 5.
Yeah.
If I see the future, because it's just everybody else. If it's a good enough board, they're gonna outbid them.
Yeah.
That's
And a really rough disaster tile, taking out floods and Niles. Although this actually might be great for Bryant because he could just abandon that Nile and take a bunch of other things to supplement that.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a good point. It depends on how it comes. Yeah.
Like this is actually looking pretty decent for Bryant.
I wouldn't value those monuments too highly, though.
Yeah.
Like you just don't know. It's nice to pick up a few more.
Yeah, you don't often see that sort of seven monument 10-point bonus.
And you know, with 7 monuments, with 6 you're getting 6 points. Like you're only netting a few more points.
Right.
By picking up that 7. It's not as big a jump.
Right.
And that's why I always say it's way better to concentrate early on in doubling up.
Right.
Diversity is not as important early on. They're all just worth about 1 point at this point. It's hard.
That's true. Yeah, because I guess if you get 7, it's worth 10, or if you get 3 twice, it's also worth 10.
Texas Hold'em? Same game.
Are we allowed to reference the rule book at all? Or no?
Okay. Rules question.
Yeah.
How many of these cats are in the game?
So it's open.
I bet he's thinking what happens if the board
Yeah.
fills. And I'll tell you right now what happens when the board fills. You're forced to call raw. And then
There's 6
you
cats.
don't have to bid. You're forced to call raw. That's what they're talking about.
Yeah, or it could be too wondering with that disaster tile. I mean, the disaster tile is pretty clear. You get rid of floods, and if you don't have them, you get rid of
I might
Niles.
lie to you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna draw.
I don't play Iron Online. I don't trust him.
Because draw rhymes with.
Or he just might be looking for a component count. Although I feel like,
Oh! Turns
oh,
out I made the right choice. It was good.
Right. Love it. You love to see this. Okay.
yeah,
I'm excited for Levi and Bryant.
This is my
There's
first
justice
time.
in this world.
World's ugliest piece of wood.
Levi passes.
Yes.
Yeah, not wanting to get rid of a bunch of his stuff. Andrew also passes. Yeah, it makes sense for Andrew. He can't necessarily take this board. He loses what little progress he's made.
Yeah.
Considering I was going to buy it.
Sport's not good. It's not a very exciting board. There's been a lot better boards early on.
Yeah.
My cues from the rest of you.
Bryant making a pretty, you can hear him vocalizing, he said, considering I was thinking about buying it, but none of you seem interested, I think I'll wait. Maybe I can get some more
Yeah.
for my piece.
Or he should be calling Ron regularly. He's got the lowest number out there.
Yeah.
So, he kind of wants to get rid of it, but he doesn't really want, what is it?
I know.
Yeah, I think it's the 3. It's still the 3 from, or it's the 2. It's the 2 from Andrew, actually.
Oh, gross. Yeah. You don't want that too. See, he calls Raw, I'd force him to take it.
Yeah.
This isn't a good board. Pass, you can have those 4 monuments. Cool story.
Yeah. Does get the double pyramid in that. But I think players are feeling the pressure too, because there's only 2 more raw tiles to be drawn, and they don't want to get stuck with nothing.
Yes, and that's what's happening. But there's the 2s out there.
Well, I have to pass.
Yeah, I mean, I see where he's at. He's just feeling the raw pressure.
Yeah. PJ at least gets to double up on 2 different monuments in this draw for PJ.
I'm sure this is a
He'll
very
probably pick up the 10 by the end of the game. This is a long monument
decision.
Yeah.
But he is going to lose his Niles, which those going to be great.
Yeah. Although
with
3 flood tiles though already coming out, does that lessen your calculation? Do you track the floods at all?
Yes,
because
2
there
rows left
are so few.
Yeah, I do. He's probably not going to see another flood, but he could see another one in a later epoch.
Right.
And so those Niles could still be valued around 2 points each.
Yeah.
Who knows? He can if you don't concentrate on the flood on the Nile, you can then concentrate on something else. But what is he concentrating on? You gonna go to Pharaohs? You know,
Yeah.
I mean, Brian's kind of got Pharaohs in a good position.
Take all the stuff.
Yes, take all the
I see what he's
stuff.
doing. He's going for the monument.
My
That's
water
fine.
is all
Yeah.
destroyed. So here you
Play
are.
your sundial. At least get some points out of it before the game ends.
Yeah, because it really could happen at any moment, and like with three raw tiles
Because we're gonna
left,
go ahead and be
I feel
stacking.
okay. With 2 raw tiles left, I'm bidding every time. I just need something.
Yeah, because you can just draw raw, and that's game. You know?
Yeah.
That's it.
Move the stack.
Like maybe do this.
At least
Not
at
sure what
first.
else
Yeah,
this is
that's how I like to do it.
Yeah.
Stacking it up so we can
Once
see.
you get to 3, you kind of
Maybe
have
get
to
to
start
3,
stacking.
maybe go up to
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
that
really
makes
weird to
sense.
get 2
I
rows.
stack above.
Yeah.
I stack above.
Yeah,
Who knows?
it's limited by the board. Yeah.
They should have made.
Yeah, you got
I would
space
like to
above.
send the
You
monument
got space
sections
above. I
down
agree.
from
Yeah, Brian gesturing to the table. He's saying, "I think we've got a little bit of space here.
Oh, knock down the rock.
We're
I'll
not
tell you
playing
what.
on a kitchen table."
This new raw, I literally played raw last night to get myself ready.
Nice.
And I love your new board. It feels so good.
Yeah, 100%. It's such an incredible, like it's a great production. This is my favorite.
Baby.
The production value here is just awesome.
Flip,
Another
I
Civ
love-
tile. Civ and Nile tile.
It's a Civ. We got PJ as
PJ still does.
Yeah, so that's the board is all of a sudden more interesting for PJ, but he's not going to want to bid his 12 on it.
Yeah.
The way that, yeah, I mean, I probably would. I'd be calling Ron his position. I think
Yeah.
Andrew's
Oh, and a flood. So 2 Niles and a flood and a Civ. PJ's got to go in here.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be bidding the 12, but I would have bid the 6 with Andrew last round.
Yeah. This is everything you could ever want if you're PJ.
Yeah, it's really good for him.
It's what you need to close it out.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
That was
Just want
just
to make sure.
Yes, that is in fact a raw.
I think you
And
sounded
this is
like
what's
the real
interesting about Raw is that you start off, all the boards are kind of equal, everybody kind of wants the same thing. Now that everybody has some tiles, it has a different value for everybody. And now all of a sudden, it's better now for PJ than it is for almost anybody else.
Yeah.
So the dynamic changes throughout the match.
Yeah. I don't see. Wow. Andrew goes for the 13.
He is blocking him.
Wow.
If he's going to win it, he has to pay the 13 because he's going to take it with 12.
Until
Yeah.
it's your turn to go.
That's the
Speak
beauty.
your name.
I told him every time.
Like, it seems a little like
So
PJ is like, really? Really? You're going to take it?
Yeah.
But everybody else is super excited because now they can take that 13.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm going to steal that 13.
Yeah. And it makes sense. I think Andrew's. I like this play by Andrew because he feels the pressure. I think we're going to see an immediate raw by Andrew trying to get that 13 back, and he knows that maybe he's reading correctly that PJ and Levi aren't going to bid their 11. Although with that flood and the sieve there,
was that a different sieve for him? Yeah,
it might be a different sieve. Yeah, the raw goes right away. PJ
Probably
PJ's forced to bid his 12 here if he wants to block.
You're really gonna risk not getting a sieve?
That's the thing, yeah.
Levi's saying
it pains me, but it's
you want the sieve.
correct to take that.
The reason he's saying it is because he wants the 13.
He's
He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take
I don't want him to get 3 sieves.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh shit, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
he's
go
always
around.
trying to get him to take it. So
Well,
then
no, but I
Yeah.
don't need a second sieve. He needs a sieve.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Should we avoid swearing?
I do this all
Yeah.
the
I
time.
don't think the audio on this is
It's
speeds.
fine, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So they can
Yeah,
always go in
100%.
post-production.
Hi, Zoe.
The word raw is a swear word. So now you
Oh.
PJ giving a shout out to his good friend.
So I need to say without like BR,
His
right?
time of need.
Ah. That joke might have been a little off color, but. Oh, God.
I think
You know.
this is. See, I love this play I love the 13 grab by Andrew because it puts PJ
Do I
in
wanna
his position
suffer
to get a lot
round?
less value than he would
Well,
have if he had let him have it.
It's good for me, but
It's
if
still
this
a
goes
Nile,
on
right?
longer,
It's still. Oh, yeah, I think it's a
kind of
flood.
don't want to be out early.
It's
But
points. I think it's valuable.
Keep in mind, if you
Yeah.
go out early, you can also start chancing raw. If
Yeah.
that, if that.
And you get the 13 for Epoch 2. Yeah,
yeah,
I
can
think
do
it's a
mind
right call
games
for
with the other
PJ to do
players.
this.
Everybody wants this. in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
Except for maybe Bryant, but he would still take the 13, so like he still wants it too.
That's definitely
Yeah.
good. It's good for me. So I'm going to tell you it's definitely good
And
for
Bryant would get a flood too.
Yeah.
There's 6 floods.
It's worse
Half
for
of
you
the
than it
floods
is
have
for
been
me.
drawn though in this first epoch.
Full stop, I'm not taking it.
Yeah.
Something to
Six
pay
aside with my
attention
five,
to.
so I can do anything if I-
You're not going to want to be concentrating on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
or
I mean, you're in the
worrying
same
it. Suddenly the
spot.
Niles become a lot less
The second
interesting,
sieve.
or maybe not.
That's
Maybe you
easy.
can scoop up
But
a
at
bunch of
least
Niles
you're
if everybody's like,
very
nah, I don't
clear.
need them, and
I
then
would
suddenly
just be
find
like,
yourself
I'm
with a
not
windfall of
gonna
points down the
I
line.
can't stop.
I'm not gonna-
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stop
If
it.
everybody's paying attention to it.
Yeah.
You're hoping everybody's paying attention to it.
Yeah. Well, that's what I do love about Raw is that you can make other people pay
I don't
attention
wanna-
for you. You can point it
Both
out.
games we
Levi
played
Jake is
yesterday,
like,
the
listen,
Raws, they came
look over
fast
there.
and hard.
I don't want this,
So
but Andrew does.
yeah, I'm gonna take these. Or yeah, I don't. Yeah, if I bid, yeah, no one can
It's very
challenge.
flat.
So
Yeah, it's a good play by
I don't know
PJ.
why you feel so tortured about it. That's a good run for you.
yeah.
You got like 6 monuments, a pharaoh, and a sieve.
Yeah,
What more do
Levi-
you want, man? Like, what do you sound tortured. You had a good
I am
round.
tortured because if this round goes on for very long, that could be costly.
You
but-
forgot, I'm drawing from the bag. You're fine.
yeah.
And if he
Yeah.
doesn't draw raw, he just
Yes,
calls.
sorry.
It's
Yeah.
my turn.
I'm
Oh,
out of
he's
the
out
round,
actually.
so
Drawing
I'm
raw.
just chilling.
It's like one of my favorite. It gives you even more power than normal.
Yeah.
I'm for it.
I'm gonna
For
watch
sure,
the
because
game
you're
over there.
not forced to bid, but you get to see what everybody else does. You get to read on the table. I think we're going to see an immediate Raw from Andrew again here.
Yeah, he's got the 6. I don't know. He needs a lot.
There's another sieve if that's the one that he needs.
Yeah.
Although it looks like it looks like it was a double for him.
Yeah.
This is surprising, Andrew going for a while. I guess. Oh, he hits that Raw. I mean, hey, that's a great position to be in for Andrew. Actually,
Less regretting my decision now.
See?
So, Brian, I'm bidding here. I want the 12.
Yeah.
So when the last draw is,
I feel like it's about as good as Brian can
it's
get.
just instant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew may take it. He may not.
I think with there only being one Raw tile left, I think we see Andrew bid. I just don't know if we see Levi bid.
I don't know.
Because Levi has the 11, turning the 11 into a 12. It's not that significant.
Yeah.
This doesn't give Levi that much. He gives him 1 point basically
Pretty
with the
good.
monument
Well, we draw
I agree.
because the civ's useless to him. So
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't worry about it.
Mhm.
I think we see Bryant bid. I think we see Andrew bid.
This is where you start counting up every tile that has appeared so far and doing some math at the probability of drawing a raw tile.
Oh, I'm never doing
what
that.
it is, and even if I knew, you
Yeah.
can tell me what to do.
It wouldn't matter. In fact, as soon as you lock a number in your head, it's probably gonna be the
There's
opposite.
8 raw tiles
The
here.
math doesn't change that.
Yeah.
Even with a couple extra draws here and there, it doesn't.
You're allowed to ask him.
How many raw tiles?
I'm not.
But, you know, if you can do that math in your
Oh,
head,
yeah.
you're going to spend your brain
You
power
can't
on
answer
that.
that?
Straight
Yeah.
out.
Oh, rules. Yeah.
Yeah, the reason why I love raw is because
Oh,
it feels so personal too. Like you're sussing out people around the table. You're trying to like
Okay.
Yeah.
get them to push in their bids when they
That
shouldn't.
didn't help at all.
Yeah, it's a
That's
game
an
of poker.
interesting
It really is.
situation.
Yeah.
So if he asks a question and none of us answers, he can't do
It's a
anything.
game of poker with your
Should have
hand.
read the
Yeah,
rules.
too bad, man. You don't have the rules memorized.
1 and 6 is not helping me decide what to do.
Yeah.
Bryant knowing is a 1 and 6 about drawing. I mean, if you got it as the lowest number around the stack, you have to assume that like you need to get something when other people don't want it, especially at this point in the round when there's only one raw tile remaining. Someone's gonna overbid.
Pocket 5.
He's got to
Very
bid it, but you know what?
great bid from
Andrew
Bryant.
can take it
YOLO
with the
pass.
six.
Yeah.
Take it with the 6. He should.
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah,
think
100%, and great
Yeah.
bid by Andrew as well.
Of course he's gonna take it.
Yeah.
He wants
Very
that
good for
high.
him.
He wants the high number.
Yep.
It puts him in a
Alright,
good spot.
just
for
those
Epoch.
two.
He's-
Okay.
His
Right, this is where
position
you
is not
change.
the
Here's
best.
the
right
high
now.
rolling.
I'd be a little.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
No
I-
worry how it answers this.
I fear. I
Yeah.
put the fear
Although
of raw
Andrew,
on
I
them.
think those are 3 different civ
Alright.
tiles, so that helps negate the.
I put the fear of raw
Yeah.
on them.
He
He's
will.
losing Pharaoh.
Yeah, he's losing Pharaohs, but he will get 7 points for the first round.
Tactical move.
Like 5-9
Ah,
minus
okay.
2,
Guy.
and there's the
Let's
raw.
That's a raw tile.
I am aware.
GG.
Levi draws the raw tile.
Brutal for me.
Yeah, he got out just in time. And like I
Yeah.
said, Bryant was stuck with the 5.
Yeah.
He had no power. Like as soon as he
Yeah.
sees a good board, as soon as there's anything out there, someone else is
So
gonna pick it
God
up.
tiles.
Yeah, I think I don't see a place where Bryant could have scooped in his 5 based upon the bids from everybody else. I think
Yeah, Levi and Bryant were in trouble, and Andrew and PJ had all the cards there at the
Yeah.
end. But that being said, Bryant took a lot of good
Mhm.
pieces early on.
Yeah.
He still has the Pharaohs pretty handily locked up.
I have no gold.
Yeah.
I like his position and I like how he played.
Yeah, I agree. I in terms of boards right now, I like Bryant's the best.
7 points.
Although
Yeah.
we'll wait and
7
see what
points there.
numbers people have when they're flipped over.
So,
Yeah.
I think it was a nice exchange from Andrew, who made sure to get a 12 back after losing the 13.
PJ's is not half bad either. He got the Pharaoh, so he's not taking
Yep.
any necks. He's even. So that's nice.
Yes.
And he's got a great monument set up.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Yeah, so PJ takes just one point for the round, but still he's set up for future. He has future points there, right?
yeah. Yeah.
He has at least 4 future points.
I ended the first round with 3 points.
So I
That's including the 10 you start with.
Yeah.
I lost 7 points the
Yeah.
first round,
See.
and we still could come back and win it. So the first round is really just
Yeah,
Brian, you have no gods left.
Bryant getting a solid 8 points though,
So that's worth 5 points.
Yep.
and controlling Pharaohs for probably the game.
You score
That
those
feels
six.
pretty good for if you're Bryant. Bryant's in
Yeah.
a really nice spot right now.
Nothing for mine.
I don't know his numbers. I need to see what he has left for. I know Andrew picked up that 12, and
Yeah.
PJ got that 13, I think. So
6, 7.
that kind of is a bummer. They don't have probably the highest numbers.
Yeah, true. But again, sometimes you don't need them, right? The people
Nothing for
hold
God.
on to them. I mean, in Epoch 2, it feels a little bit more impactful to have the higher numbers than Epoch 1. Would you agree?
I don't know, like having the low numbers in Epoch 2 can be a real pain, but like if you get lucky with the raws and they get drawn and you just force raw, you have the power to call it raw. Like,
Yeah.
you're going to want to call it probably pretty regularly if you have the low numbers. That's just a good rule of thumb for playing raw. If you have high numbers, you want to draw. If you have low
Yeah.
numbers, you
Yeah.
just want to call.
Yeah, and Levi picking up just 1 point there, minusing 2 for being lowest Pharaohs, and then 3 points for his Floods and his Nile.
Golden Civ. Floods and Civ.
All right.
PJ's got a like those monuments, scooping up all those monuments. That was tasty. It was like Levi said. I don't know why you're so pained about that. That was the absolute right call. It was one of the best boards that got pulled. throughout the game, and with only
So
2
to
raw
review
tiles to
scoring,
draw,
Andrew had 7.
the chances of raw coming out were pretty high.
Bryant had 8.
Yeah,
Levi
it's
had 1.
always high. Feels
Yeah.
like for me. Apparently for Levi, he likes to draw the raw tiles himself.
Yeah, that's true. Levi's got the lucky mitts, something you can depend on, or the unlucky, depending upon what player you are.
All right.
Here's the 13.
Oh man.
Ooh,
All
Ted,
right.
if you're watching this,
oh, Bryant.
Ted, I'm gonna make you
Oh
proud.
no.
Oh no, I didn't realize that was
Yeah.
Brian.
Oh no, that is a
I'm not
tough.
gonna reevaluate.
Well,
my
I'm gonna
thing.
put mine out of order.
Yeah,
'cause
that's
there's so
tough for
small.
Bryant. Bryant's sitting at 1, 4, and 5, keeping his highest number. PJ at 2, 8, and 13.
Yeah.
Andrew at 3, 7, and 12, a nice spread, and then Levi throwing some weight around at 9, 10,
Instant
11.
raw. All right.
Okay, that's an upgrade. I
Put
should
it up
probably
here. Here.
That's what Brian wants.
And
He
boom.
wants this game to end
And
fast.
raw.
He's got the
Yeah,
bad board,
So I
he's
can
got the
turn my
bad
one into
numbers.
6.
If Bryant can have a whole round of nothingness, he would feel okay about
That's a
that.
6, right? That's not a 9.
That is a
Yeah.
Don't
6.
lie to me.
That is a 6.
That's
Judge, am I
not-
lying to him?
That's not a good enough upgrade. I'm definitely passing.
Pass.
Pass.
Knock it down.
Yeah, Brian wants to bid early and often.
Yeah.
Like he's like, do I even take this? 6
All right, let's see it. 9 straight raws.
It's better than every one of
Quality
his.
entertainment for everyone.
That would be.
board was nothing.
Boring.
All right, we see a Nile.
It's better than what you draw.
Keeping in mind that
exciting.
6 out of the 12 flood tiles are gone, so
Not
you
say
might
that
see
this
1 or
is
2
boring.
floods you can depend on.
That's the story.
Pharaohs are exciting.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, now Andrew and PJ, they just want to draw.
Yeah, because Bryant's got to be pushing the tempo, and
Yeah.
you can beat basically anything Bryant throws in. Oh man, that's such a tough. And another Pharaoh.
Okay.
PJ gets this.
I
He's
think
now
I'm
in lead
out
for
of this.
Pharaohs, and Bryant can't really do anything about it.
PJ's like, let me bid my 8 and just what, and you just can't do anything, Brian.
I think if you're PJ though, you still draw. You still have the 13.
Yeah, no, there's no reason not to.
There's no reason not to draw if you're PJ.
I mean, it's just if you want to maybe steal it with a 2, but I think
Yeah.
Brian's play is 4 at least. And
Yeah. I think what PJ's probably contemplating is looking at Levi's board scares me a bit, because if the 13 and the 12
Okay.
go soon,
I would also
Levi's got
potentially
control
like to do that
of
at some point.
everything he wants. But then you just keep.
Not
But
that I
that's a
have
great
near
thing, is
enough
just keep on
points
calling
to
raw.
matter.
And Levi wants these big boards and won't get a chance to
Now
create
it's even
them.
harder to know.
Yeah.
You're hiding it over there. And that's strategy.
I should have kept track a little better of who had what points.
I
I
got
think
you.
if I remember, Andrew had 7.
tiles it is.
PJ and Levi both took 1, and Bryant took 8.
Interesting. Gosh, Brian's got
Oh,
a
this
tough
looks
position.
fantastic. I will call it all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
He's gonna call raw often.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get a 9. Match anybody's monument. Oh yeah, he's like, I'll take it with the 9. That was so good.
That's a great a great bid from Levi. I mean,
His
not
lowest number. He's like, this is my lowest number.
Levi showing the power of his board.
I'm in shambles over here. I got 1 point lost.
Yeah.
9, 10, 11 is like,
I
it doesn't
mean,
matter what
same,
you
but yeah.
9.
Not-
You're not
not
a
the
sham.
same.
You got 6 monuments.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah,
born yesterday.
this doesn't triple up either of PJ's monuments,
No.
but
You look very youthful.
Oh,
PJ
thank you.
PJ might be
Yeah.
incentivized here to go for
It
Pharaoh
is
majority. Although
not worth
you
it.
kind of
Oh,
have to
so
assume
I
that
have at
Bryant
least
will scoop
one.
up
I will
maybe
pass.
one.
You cannot outbid.
I
Andrew's,
did one.
look at Andrew. He's really
So it is yours.
analyzing what everybody's
Alright, so
saying.
my
He's
9
going
for
back.
9.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
A player like that scares me at the table. He's like, I know what's going on here.
Yeah. There's a lot of table talk from the other 3. Andrew has just been quietly considering things.
Yeah.
Levi swapping his 9 for a 6. You saw him pretend to put it back face up as the 9. He's like, hey, I still have all 3 of my discs.
Sludge left in the back.
But I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I
No,
like
don't
seeing
do
still
that.
like the
Called round from
conversation
bottom.
and the
You fool.
joking and
Turn
like
back. Is it?
just Raw's a fun game, right?
And that's
Those
where
double
people
fun.
brings that out.
I'm going to go for the
It's probably the
triple.
most fun
Yeah.
of all the games.
At some point, the level
Yeah,
just doesn't
I
matter.
would say so as well. Yeah, it's a super fun and engaging. 2 Civ
A
tiles.
match of things.
Oh, but a match, so 1 Civ tile. Do you try to track the Civ tiles? I can never keep track of the number of Civ tiles out there and the symbols.
I don't know. I'm of the mindset that I only have a certain amount of brain power.
Yeah.
Maybe if you have enough to track it, I'm paying attention to other things.
Yeah.
I'm just paying attention to the math on the board, the math of everybody else, the
point.
The points.
Yeah, let's do it.
If I'm trying to, you know,
There we go.
guess at what's going to happen, you know, it's just, to me, it's not
Thank you. No, you stop drawing the tiles. I'll listen to yours.
All right, all right.
I have to take the.
Well, there's no such thing as pressuring the 2
You
because I
know,
would have to bid anyways.
All
so.
of my
Yeah.
tiles are horrible. So why not use
Yeah.
the other horrible one? I'll bid 4.
Yeah, I think a great bid from Bryant, because he knows he's not going to get this with his 1, with a 9 being out there. Civs are valuable for everybody at this point in the game.
His logic is solid. Like, my numbers are awful.
Yeah. He's got to take what he can, and he's got to try to upgrade himself and set himself up for the 3rd epoch to really throw some weight around.
For Ross to be drawn. If the Ross get drawn right now, it's a shoo-in for Bryant. If they don't get drawn, somebody else is going to have a good situation.
That's a cool one. Those are running out.
This would give PJ his triple if he gets this.
Yeah. It's 5 points for him.
PJ's sitting up a little bit in his chair when that.
Yeah, he's like, keep drawing.
He's like,
keep drawing those cards. I got the 13 in front of me.
Yeah. Yeah, this is all great news for PJ. PJ's got to draw again.
I'm calling it. He's got the 2, you know. Stay on the button. You might be able to steal it with an 8 or a 2.
That's true, yeah. It's not that incentivizing to Levi right now. The Niles, if we've been paying attention, or if players have been paying attention, are less lucrative
really is,
due to the only 6 floods out there.
Brian's one of those players, I know, the games he plays, that he's like so good at analyzing a board situation.
Yeah.
He said it twice.
I think the randomness
My
of
friend
this
at the other
game
table
comes out of the shell.
Yeah.
Can we make calls?
Yeah,
for the
Brian,
other
I don't know
table?
if he mentioned it,
Yeah.
but Brian
Please.
was at the final table of Gaia Project, both in 2022 and 2023.
This you.
Okay.
Anyone Patchwork,
well, I
and
have
if you know anything
3
about
options, so
Patchwork,
if
that
you
game
so maybe
is
I'll make a good decision.
at the high level of play. It's all just analyzing a board state.
Yeah. I know Bryant mentioned that he broke down every piece in Patchwork by like a mathematical formula of value, and so like knew which ones were intrinsically the most valuable, and like mapped out half the board every time.
Yeah, he's like a human computer in my opinion.
Yeah.
He's a great player. But he doesn't. But the God Ra has something else to say sometimes.
Yeah, it's true, right? You that's also why this game is so fun, because there are these opportunities from some really wild things to happen, and that you can't account for and you can't predict for. You do need a smidgen of luck, but you can mitigate that luck if you've played a bunch.
I think he's bidding the 5, and then I think he's losing it. I just don't think, I can't see somebody
Surely
taking
5.
Okay.
Yeah. In the center is his 4 from last time.
That's my biggest number.
He's like,
I'm going all in with a 5.
The sad part is he's the only one bidding, so he's just getting his bad numbers again.
Yeah.
I keep this up.
Oh, I hate this. I've been there so many times.
Yeah. Should Brian have maybe bid the 1? Do you think he could have gotten this with the 1?
No, he's not getting it. All he's looking at is PJ who wants it, and if he bids it with the 1, PJ gets to take it with the 2.
Right.
So he's bidding the 5 now, so that
My main worry right
he's
now.
forcing
is what Ted
PJ
is
to bid a
gonna
higher number.
Yeah, to use the 8 or
Ted is the guy
not.
that helped me and Levi with Raw last night.
Oh, you guys got pointers?
I'm sure if I make the wrong
From a
call
raw
here.
expert.
Did he tell
Yeah.
you to pull the red ones out of the bag?
Yeah, it just worked really well for him last
We should,
night.
well, I mean, we should have told him this earlier. He would have been intimidated if we got coaching from a raw expert.
Yeah.
I'm intimidated now. I'm putting my 5
He's
out.
probably screaming at the camera, PJ, why did you call Raw? And he's going to yell at me if I take this, but
I wonder who he
maybe
talked
he'll yell at
to.
me if I don't take
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
It's the
It wasn't
50-50
me.
future yell.
Well, would you yell at PJ if he took this?
This is too good to pass up. I will go for 8.
No, this is the right play.
Yeah.
It's,
Next time it's on you.
I'll yell at him for taking so long.
Yeah.
Pressure.
It's not the same. It's not the same level of investment.
Yes. I'll take the
Yeah,
stuff.
it's this is great for PJ. Like,
There's
and to
no
get it with
three
his
of
middle tile, that
those.
feels really good. Getting his
Water.
triple and a odd tile.
Like,
I go ahead.
Brian's
and
playing the
pass.
5 is the heads up play.
Oh,
He's
sorry,
forcing
wrong
you to
thing.
play the
Yes.
higher tile.
Yeah.
Send him down
Brian
gently.
thinks to go get it.
Yeah,
He's playing.
Move.
He's getting
Let's
the
be kind to him.
yeah. Again, a really nice play by Bryant. I'm very impressed
Sure.
with
Above.
for all of Bryant's decision making.
Oh. like
Other
this?
than
Put the other one down.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. That
there we
is
go,
good.
above the board.
Yeah.
Your presence has been heard,
Yeah.
Loyd. Yeah, Bryant's just in a tough spot right now with those numbers, and we haven't seen any raw tiles come out. A nice flood tile, a flood and a pharaoh. This might incentivize. Yeah, I think I saw a little perk up from that scarf from Andrew. Him saying, "Okay, finally, I'm starting to see things that I might want."
Well, I think he's shown how he likes to play. He likes to draw. He
Yeah.
wants to get a big board. It's still early in the epoch, so he's okay with this.
Yeah, another Nile. But that really incentivizes people with that flood, meaning that they can scoop up at least 2 points this round.
Again, I would have called a raw there by hand.
Yeah.
But
You could swap the 3 maybe for the 8.
yeah,
That would have been nicer.
Raw.
and there it is.
A nice pull, a very timely pull of raw for PJ. It's nice to be in this position.
Yeah.
They're playing right there.
Bryant deciding to go in or not
At least a 1, right?
The decision he makes is it 1 to 5.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just the decision he gets to make the whole game. Like,
There's an 8 in the middle.
yeah, he liked that 8.
Turning a 1 into an 8 would be beautiful if he thinks he could get away with it.
Yeah. He also wants to lock all those pharaohs. He doesn't want anybody else sneaking up on him, especially Levi.
Yeah, because
An
that's
8's better than anything I've ever seen. So.
Oh, there you go. Through the 5.
8's better than anything I've ever seen, he says.
Yeah. He's not wrong.
He says
He
that
doesn't
sitting.
have much strength, though.
Yeah.
So anybody can kind of like outbid him if they want.
I think we might see a 7 from Andrew. I don't know if Levi's going to take this. Levi would. This is a good one for Levi, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
I am not bidding 13.
You're
I think
not
he's
putting
playing
it
it.
I pass.
It's a
all
pass
yours.
though, and Bryant gets it for his 5.
Yeah. It's not bad.
That's pretty good, Bryant. It feels like Levi should have taken that. Started to get competitive with the Pharaohs. He's just giving away that 5 points, you know.
Oh, yeah?
And he would have gotten to activate his Niles.
Disaster strikes.
Bryant upgrading his tiles. Bryant's done
Disaster
that
strikes.
with an 8 and 9 going to the
Disaster
last
strikes.
epoch. Although here's another Pharaoh, and this is looking tasty for everybody other than Bryant because nobody has
What are
Civ
these guys
tiles
officially
yet.
called? Like, what's the name for them?
But Bryant's not going to. He
Or
probably
no,
wants to
these
stay
guys,
and let other
like-
people fight
Oh,
it.
that
fight
poor
out.
soul.
He's been the
Civilizations, yeah. Like this
Yeah.
poor dude
Yeah.
who was just murdered, like, instantly. So,
I freely admit I don't go that deep.
You didn't
Yeah.
read the raw lore. We can't ask you
They all
more
have.
questions.
They do have names.
Yeah, yeah.
They
This is
actually
like
have
this
specific
is like
names,
the art.
and yet most of us don't
Oh, those are the
care.
birds.
The
Those are
birds.
your
I wish
people.
I would have stayed to watch
More
this.
pharaohs.
I had to
Don't
leave
draw
town.
funeral.
Oh
My
yeah,
first time seeing
Don't
this.
murder those poor fellas.
yeah. 2 pharaohs up there, 1 civ that would die. But again, it's a little bit less. It's a similar result to what Levi would have had in tying pharaohs, but with less of the benefit because you don't get one of those flood tiles. Now there's only 5 flood tiles left in the game.
Yeah, but it's interesting. I don't think Brian can bid, and he wants to, but he can't. He's gonna lose 5 points.
Yeah. Well, there is a civ tile up, so he would be left with 1 civ. So he at least negates that.
I didn't realize that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's, lock it up. Play the 1. Yeah. Okay. That
He
makes
does.
sense.
Yeah. He goes for it, and I think he might get it with the 1, upgrading his 1 to a 5. I don't see.
I mean, he plays exactly how I think he should be this entire game.
Yeah.
And let me guess, he doesn't win.
I guess we'll have to wait and see until the very end.
Yeah.
PJ making the decision now. PJ's got a leg up on Andrew
I will also pass.
Wow.
for pharaohs.
Well, this is where the 1 is the best tile. It can win an auction.
Yep.
So
You got
good.
2 pharaohs out of
Gets
it,
a
which are
good
worth
board.
a whopping
Yeah.
0 points.
And it
Are you-
destroyed my civ, which is also
Yep.
0 points.
Mhm.
What a play.
Yeah.
So tight. This is how I like to play. It's
Yeah.
just tight game.
Call Ryan.
It
I think
wins more.
Well,
than
you
it
have
loses.
pharaohs locked for the
Yeah.
rest of the game, most likely.
That's about as good as you can ask.
Which
Yeah,
is another
right.
10 points, so.
He's already got 8.
But now
One
this is
hour.
where it's going to get gross.
It's been
He's going to
1
sit
hour.
here and
It's
just
been an hour,
watch
10
other
minutes,
players
So, well,
rack up the point.
That's true. Only 2 raw tiles were drawn. There are 7 sun tiles, 7 takes to be made, and the players are drawing fast and furious now with Bryant not to police them as well. That's also because I feel like Bryant and Levi was at the beginning, but Levi's more inclined with his numbers right now because he knows he can outbid a lot of them to draw. I think we're going to see a lot of draws, and we might see some big boards here.
Levi sees his opportunity to push ahead. You know, because PJ's got a lot of points, Bryant's got a lot of points,
Mm-hmm.
and I think Andrew's in the same situation. Andrew is like, I'm hurt.
Yeah,
I got some good points in round 1. I need to get some good boards.
yeah. Yeah, like Bryant and Andrew, Bryant only getting 1 more point than Andrew in the first round, but you can see the stuff that's going to stay around for Bryant's board versus Andrew's board is significant.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, unless we see, it could go either way, right? We could see a big run of Raws being drawn, or we could see some really big boards. And I think both Andrew and Levi are hoping for the latter so that they can capitalize on it and get back in the
Andrew
game.
doesn't even hesitate. He's not even
Yeah.
thinking about it. He's like,
Yeah.
I want big boards.
He's like, there's one thing that I'm pushing for. So we've got a monument, a civ, a Nile, and a gold token out there.
And now you look at who has the lowest token, and that's DJ, and he is interested in calling Ross to get rid of that too. What's out there?
The 1 is still out there, yeah. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And PJ could put out his 13. PJ knows he can win any board, but it's just, does he want to swap the 13 for a 1? You got to be pretty incentivized by the board to do that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, if I'm PJ, I'm calling raw here, hoping to at least just get a better number upgrade when I spend my big 13.
Gosh, I don't know. I may want to keep it, but especially since everybody's just wanting to fill that board. This is a tough situation.
Well, yeah, no, hoping to put your 2 in and hoping it's overbid by somebody else, and then when your 13 goes in, you at least get something better than a 1.
If he raw, he just
Yeah, well, he hasn't called Raw yet, and he'd
Yeah,
get
yeah.
on the butt. He's debating whether to call Raw.
Yeah.
I think I have reached the same line of logic.
He doesn't have any victory points.
Yep.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah.
He's continuing.
Tough.
Wow. That's a tough call there.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. He has lots of victory points. He just doesn't have tiles yet. He hasn't won any auctions.
Yeah.
To you.
Brian knows the story.
Oh, this would give Levi his triple.
Yeah.
Levi gets a sib out of this, a gold. Yeah, there's no way Levi's
Oh.
not bidding.
No, I just want to make sure.
His only thought is that he's like, do I need to get rid of my 10 for this one?
Yeah.
Yep. You're going to do that.
Well, yeah, PJ, come on. You didn't expect to win that board with a 2, please.
Yeah, and it's either that or the 12, right?
Yeah.
Or
Levi's got a triple lined up. you're not
And
beating
that's why
Levi.
they should have called Rob.
Yeah.
Because now he's on the button. And
Mhm.
he doesn't know if he wants to come out there with the 13. Like, what's the situation? He's just improving the board.
Another decision. We're 10 minutes.
And I think you're right. He should have called Rob.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
time you get the 1.
Yeah, I think we're no matter what. I mean,
You're switching
Levi's
though.
taking this with the 10. It'll be an instant call from Levi.
Yeah, that is so painful.
Unless
So,
Levi
yeah,
puts
yeah.
the 11 in, hoping to win a back-to-back number. Do you ever do that in terms of like when you have consecutive numbers? Do you always put the lowest one in first?
No.
Banger.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you put the higher one in, especially if everybody's gone out. It's the best.
Yeah, yeah,
Everybody goes out. You're like, oh, put my higher one in and take two
and then
points.
take it right back. Yeah,
Yeah. Especially in his situation, he may want to, but I don't think it's the smart play.
yeah. Well, there's too many numbers that are still out there that.
Too early on. But if it was
I'm
later
sorry.
in the match,
Feel free to
it
yell
would
at
be
me,
a
but
valid play.
Yeah.
Oh, see, this is his only decision.
I do think
Wow.
And this is why he should have called
I do.
Rob.
Yep.
If he
Yeah.
might have gotten away with the 2, but he probably wouldn't have.
Yeah.
He was paying 13 for that no matter what.
Wow.
In that case, then maybe he does want him to draw.
That's surprising. Yeah, because if I was PJ, I mean, he gets a god, he gets a gold, he gets a civ, he gets a Nile, and he gets 6 different monuments, extending that monument dominance. There's only purple on that side of the board.
Six. See, it was much better for Levi.
Yeah, the 13, it hurts. It feels bad to play that 13, but I think he did it to block Levi,
Yeah.
which is surprising because Levi and him only both got 1 point. The other game, it's not. Don't really have to worry about each other that much.
Sorry.
Yeah, Levi's hurting here. He's having. He got some potential, but his tiles are. Oh,
Yeah.
he loves it. Draw
Yeah.
lots.
Yeah, Bryant having an internal cheer every time that happens. This is yeah, it's a tough. If Levi could have gotten it with that 10, Levi would have been in a really nice spot.
Yeah.
But we're also going to see PJ just
Yes, it would be
live
another
until he finds something that he wants that god tile for.
I do
Either
make
getting
it
his
at 5,
triple
but
or
I like how he's
getting
trying to
his
upsell you on an
7 and
obviously bad
7 and
decision.
5 is horrible thought, man.
Yeah.
It's 2 tiles and one of them
Mhm.
actually hurts you.
yeah,
So it's like 0 tiles.
I am 1,000% passing.
I'll be the salesman. I'm out of the game, so I'm just gonna talk at the
Well, you have a
yeah,
chance.
even though Brian can't bid, Brian
True.
can talk. Brian can influence it.
Can you even consider yourself a true role
Get 5 more
player?
of those in the net.
Like, go ahead, guys.
He said, "Hey,
Actually,
get 5
that's
more of those, and you can have Pharaoh majority."
I don't think
What killer is that? What disaster is that? That's,
It kills civs.
okay.
Yeah, so good for
Good.
Levi and Andrew right now. Probably best for Andrew, although the 13 is in the middle. We have to remember. So if I'm Andrew, I'm calling Raw right away to try to at least upgrade that 3 into a 13.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
don't know what it's gonna be.
For sure. He's got the 12 now. He's got the best number. I'd be calling Raw all day.
This has to be a Raw from Andrew. Force Levi to put in
He
his
has
10 for
drawn.
that.
There you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
there we go.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Such a good board for
he
him.
hasn't been saying much, but when he's needed to make those calls, he seems to have made them.
Yeah. Yeah. He's making the plays when he needs to.
Yeah,
He's gotten a little lucky here, but you know.
There's like no way.
but his
this isn't
timing
worth
has
it too,
been
I think.
has been
Well,
pretty
this is what
good.
happened to me. I thought and just got outbid. That's what
Yeah, but I
happened
mean,
to me.
he bet it. He's gonna take it on, right?
PJ deciding if he wants to sacrifice his Civ for the 13 and all those monuments.
Balls in your court.
Oh yeah,
guys.
he does get his eight diversity of monuments.
That was a
Well, he gets it with the
Yep.
3.
He gets it with
So
the 3. Wow, that's huge.
that is a huge.
Oh, that is that's a huge coup for Andrew. I mean, Levi didn't take it with the 10.
He could have.
Oh, it feels like Levi maybe should have taken it with the 10 there.
I don't know. But gosh.
Pharaohs.
And
That's
that's
the advantage of just sitting back and waiting sometimes.
yeah.
Sometimes the raws don't come and you
I
get some
kind of
good
envy your
boards with your
position,
not so
King
good
out of
numbers.
things.
Yeah.
This
Just a
fun
spectator,
to
yeah.
just watch.
Yeah, that was but here
Okay.
now the Raws are coming. The 3 being
The 3
less
is a good idea.
interesting
Yeah.
in the middle for anybody to bid
I'll
on.
also pass. Okay.
But now we're seeing this is also a really nice get from Andrew, and this next board will be really nice for Andrew as well. He'll want it to be as big as
Pharaoh
possible so he
gang.
can get
Rise
out
up.
of that negative Pharaoh land as well.
Mhm.
Can't even find the entrance to that.
Now everybody's interested in this.
Yeah.
Get out of
They don't want the negs. Nile again.
There's a Nile.
Water.
We're seeing only one flood tile being drawn this epoch. And that's because of the windfall
some
of
more
floods
Raws,
in the
gentlemen.
first epoch.
Darn.
Every time somebody draws a new tile, Brian's heart is like,
You like your man
Yeah.
raw?
he's flipping from me.
Please be a raw. Yeah, that's so tough. Oh, disaster's nice for
Haha.
it's nice for oh, it's nice for Andrew again. It's nice for Andrew and Levi.
Oh gosh.
Let's see some raws, boys.
You should be calling it.
Yeah,
Don't let them get that board higher. Your 2's not going to do much more work.
yeah.
But
Although
he
if
wants to find number. Maybe he's just looking for that 12 or 11 or 10.
I think also he doesn't want to lose his Civ because the disaster's for the Civ, and so he'd lose the 5 points. It's surprising if you're PJ. A raw call from Andrew again. Andrew sitting back and then putting the pressure on in that mid game at just the right points in time.
He looks like he knew what's going to happen. Like that was so sick.
Yeah,
It's perfect for him. He's like, I'll just wait.
yeah.
No need. Oh,
This is wow.
Will you stop this man?
And now Andrew's starting. This is Andrew's comeback. Andrew now has a nice sideboard as well. Mid pharaohs, doesn't have to worry about the negatives. Starting to get some. He doesn't have any doubles in terms of the monuments, but he's denying.
Stop it!
That's what I like to see.
Why?
Puts pressure on you guys.
Yeah, he just has one.
Yeah. PJ
Levi.
Brian, yeah, they want this game to end in this epoch.
Yeah, pass.
Yeah, a 7 in the middle now, maybe incentivizing PJ to do a quick raw. There's a Civ. Honestly, probably good for PJ to call raw immediately here because both of these players are incentivized to do it. And you can't let the boards get too big. Andrew obviously going for the immediate draw, having the 12 in the power position. Another Civ draw.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 of the same.
Twins.
Two of the same Bryant's saying. Thank you, Bryant, because we couldn't see because of the glare. A Sphinx.
Sorry.
Brian should have said something.
Brian-
If I was Bryant there, I'd have been like, PJ, call
Yeah,
raw.
yeah. PJ really should have called raw there with those civs. Upgrading the 2, putting the pressure on people. All he's doing is letting the board get bigger and bigger.
Yeah. And then both Andrew and Levi are like, this is the best.
Great. We will continue.
Call now.
Yeah, Bryant speaking up says, listen, you got to call now. So stop reaching for the bag. You have to call now.
Does he want?
Yeah, please,
Yeah,
please,
he
please.
does.
Yeah, Andrew wants this for sure. It gives him 2 doubles, gives him his civs. I mean,
But Andrew, for drawing, like, I'll draw all day. I'm not going to call it.
yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if Andrew uses his 12 on this. I think Andrew's still going to hold out hope for a flood tile. PJ goes to draw. Why?
Ted Sensei,
Yeah.
forgive me.
It's,
PJ.
Oh, I'm
he's
pulling
got
raw.
a good board. He's got points.
Darn. Feather.
PJ was hoping to pull a raw. Now this is starting to look good for Andrew. One more Pharaoh. One more Pharaoh. Although Andrew only has
Levi's like,
something to
I'll
bid.
take it with my 11. I mean, I'm not going to win this, but I can't let Andrew get any
I will
higher.
reach into this bag until I get 16 tiles.
Pass. I
Yeah,
will
Levi hoping to
also
go for a
pass.
run there.
Oh my gosh, Andrew.
As you.
passed.
Andrew passes. Wow.
Oh my gosh. He
Pretty
wants
good.
better. He
He wants
wants
better.
better.
Well, I think Andrew wants to score those Nile tiles. He's really valuing those Nile. He's hoping that a flood comes up. I think he feels the value of the god. Yeah, but this would have given him.
Oh, he wants to use his god tile. Yeah.
Wants to use his god tile for something, but still, that feels like, oof, it would have been a really good one for Andrew to take. But there is a 10 out there now for him to capitalize. I mean, PJ, it's a gold. You have a 2 and could turn a 2 into a 10. PJ's got to call raw here. PJ should have called raw the last 2, I think. And now just a sieve to incentivize Andrew even more.
Can't let that board get filled up like that. That 2's going to go to waste.
We haven't seen a raw in a while.
Well, that's because he's not chanting.
Yeah. Ooh, the Pharaoh.
Pharaoh disaster.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's pretty good for you.
You know,
That wouldn't be horrible for Levi.
Guys. There's the raw. All right.
There's a raw. Will PJ do it with the 2? He's already
I will
lowest
pass.
Pharaohs. He passes.
Not betting on that pass.
Levi passes. Andrew passes.
Yeah, that makes sense. I would have. Yeah. He's shown that he wants to draw.
God tile.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah, it's a god tile. Yeah.
Just 2 points at this point. Anybody who takes it is not going to be able to use it.
Yeah, exactly. Another Pharaoh. One more Pharaoh, and Levi gets Pharaoh points. That's what Levi's hoping.
Body to the pyre.
I mean, we're gonna see Andrew draw here again.
Isn't that the Pharaoh disaster though?
Yeah, it is a Pharaoh disaster, but there is a Pharaoh up there. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Pharaoh disaster, so it would take him. Would take him out.
That is.
PJ. Do it.
I mean, to upgrade your 2 to a 10, that's the biggest thing. With only 2 raw tiles to go, the pressure is on at this point.
He doesn't need the Pharaohs. He's already losing it.
Pass. I'm not rawing.
I wonder what he's looking for. He wants a flood, I guess?
I think he wants a flood with his god tile, but even still, it switches.
And Andrew's in front of him.
Yeah.
So Andrew's going to steal the flood with the god tile.
Yeah.
Andrew's the one who draws it.
I mean, I think we have to see Levi bid here. I think Levi can get a set of Civ this way. He also picks up with the gold.
There's still one space gap between the raw and the end, right?
Yeah, I don't know if Andrew or if Levi draws or falls raw here. It's a tough call for him.
I think because he's under the gun. Well, it depends. If he draws a tile, will it incentivize Andrew to spend his 12, or can he get one more out of his 11? That's the calculation here.
And the thing is, these guys are playing it for money. Like this is them going to the finals, right?
Yeah, you earn a spot at the final table where you are guaranteed a payout. For first place 25,000, second place 10,000, third place 5,000, and fourth place 1,000. Yeah, so no matter what happens at the final, if you make it to the final, you're guaranteed something.
You want to make sure that you make the right decisions.
Mm-hmm.
I think the players are playing a little fast. I would play a lot slower.
Yeah.
I'd be analyzing everything.
We're going in.
Yeah, the speed of this game's pretty quick.
Here.
Another Pharaoh.
Wow.
Right. So basically, you need not. Well,
You're four
I guess
to
it's a
call
little
raw.
better for you guys.
Yeah, another Pharaoh. Or Andrew could use his
Mandatory
god,
option,
but
so.
maybe Andrew uses his god to take a Civ.
You know, I'm going to use the restroom since I'm not.
If he knows he doesn't want this spread, he then would deny Levi that 5 point.
Alright, if I use the restroom.
Oh, sir.
Then he gets
Alright, if I use the restroom.
he gets the 5, right? turning
Yeah.
his god into a 5.
Yeah,
It's a good play. I think it's the right play.
Bryant just running to the restroom. Yeah, there's still a little bit of game left to play before Bryant needs to come back, so he's okay to take a bathroom break.
Yeah, Brian's position has significantly dropped.
Yeah.
Where he plays. There are a lot of very deep boards.
Yeah.
Happened, and people have been drawing and not calling raw. Yeah, he's calling raw.
Oh, you do have the god tiles, so yeah, that is worth considering.
He could have got, you know.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, it
That was part of our training yesterday.
Remember the god tiles.
Yeah.
Levi's saying that was part of our training. Don't forget about the god tiles.
Andrew doesn't have much to say.
I don't see why this isn't a snap call from PJ with his 2. Like, do you think you're going to get better with?
No.
How what is he expecting to pick up with only 2 raws left to be drawn?
So?
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
You are crazy, man.
Yeah.
Levi.
I'm holding out.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah.
So
what else are you looking for?
That's what 2.
Might be a terrible
You want the
mistake.
flood, I guess it's all you want.
But even still, the flood's 3 points, and here there's a gold, which is 3 points.
Yeah. You know, sometimes in Raw, you do the math and you try to figure it out, but like, you don't know what a person's going to do. It's not prisoner's dilemma. Like, you know, it's not.
Yeah.
We try to do
when you know it's not. When you know it's 2 raws in a row.
You don't know what people.
There's honestly like basically no point in me bidding.
Wow.
Because
Andrew takes it with
very
the
confident
12.
one of you 2 would take it.
I think Andrew, feeling the pressure of those 2 raw tiles, deciding not to go for the floods, and extends. Yeah, scoops up some straight points. With,
All right, PJ, we've been over this.
He gets a sibs. He gets an extra 5 points in god tiles.
It's not for him. Now
Yeah.
he's going to the bathroom.
I guess it
That was
doesn't
probably the
matter.
real reason he had to go to the bathroom.
PJ.
Oh, come on.
PJ draws a raw.
Sorry.
Might
I
this have
did
been the
not want
call of the
this.
century
There's
from
one left.
Andrew? 2 raws in a
There's
row
one left.
could end the game.
We have an auction.
Oh,
And
yes.
we're heading to.
Oh, you can upgrade 2 to 12 actually. It's not
Would you like to bid?
Pass.
Yeah, that's
I would be upgrading my 2 to the 12.
Yeah.
Like, Brian is telling him what to do.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
that's
unironically.
it, dude.
Yeah, PJ.
That's what
I don't know the reasoning behind
I
PJ
dread
holding on to that
to
2
draw
for so
next.
long, just letting the board get deep so that another two of the other players at the table could benefit
I
from
mean, it's
it.
not going to get because here's the thing, PJ.
You wanted to do it so you can make a big
No,
copy yourself.
no, I do, but I mean, but here's the thing. It makes sense from his perspective because I mean, I want him to bid so that I don't have to split it. But
Yeah.
keep in mind, if this ever gets even halfway decent, I'm bidding. So
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to have the small.
I am aware of that fact.
Yeah.
So with that in
That's
mind,
something you really have to think about in this game, is what your opponent...
I am.
When and where are they going to want
here,
to?
And I assume you are, of course, going to pass as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that.
All right.
Group pass.
Yeah,
It's in
Levi
your best interest
passes.
also
Levi
not
trying to
to
get
draw, so-
PJ to
Well,
do it.
yeah, so
Yeah.
PJ held out on every
We
board.
have aligned interests here.
Okay, left or right, PJ?
Levi with the hot hands. Is he
To the
going to do a
left,
raw
baby.
right here and
Sounds
end
like
the
you.
epoch?
All right. Don't say that.
Oh, he draws a sieve.
That doesn't matter at all.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Absolute
Levi doesn't
trash.
want him to take it with the 2. But he'll win whatever comes.
That's true, and he gets to upgrade to the 12.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't want him to take it with the 2. He doesn't want that 2.
Not amazing.
He's
Pharaoh
all
disaster.
red.
Now, if you want the 12,
I'm fine with
Yeah.
that.
you have to die.
Now it's better for PJ.
Well,
He should have. He consistently showed he had. He's digging. Now
Yeah.
I don't mind digging in situations,
God.
but
Blank
like
city
Are you
over here.
kidding? What are the odds? of
maybe
that?
later in the game when you
Wow.
have the point value, then you know
There's
like,
four
well,
face
the only thing I can do is
Why
draw.
can't you be duplicates?
Yeah.
How many of those stars are included in the game?
No promises, man. No promises indeed. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah, I think we're seeing another duplicate of Civ on the board and duplicating the one that
I said
PJ
don't
already
do it!
has. There's the Rob. Yeah.
Oh, World Series, here we come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So analyzing this
High five.
good. This is actually not bad for Bryant. He wanted to see something like this happen. They
Andrew-
high-five each other.
Yeah, Andrew and Bryant high-fiving, saying, "Thank goodness that didn't go any longer."
Oh my gosh, it could have been so good for
Yeah.
Levi, and PJ needed to call Raw a few more times.
Yeah. Yeah. This
That's
Andrew.
it, right?
Andrew really. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Or are they? Is there
I think
another-
they're just tabulating score now.
Oh jeez, PJ's
But-
hitting himself.
Yeah.
You
I
have
feel
two
feeling
god
for him
tiles.
right now.
Yeah,
Really
So
looking
it's
for more
points
points,
above.
but he has a decent amount of points.
Pharaoh, you're in the
Yeah. He had a really strong board with his monuments. Maybe he was hoping for a couple more pharaohs to try to get out of pharaohs. Maybe he was valuing the god too much. Levi said that was part of our training was value the god. So he's like, okay, I got a god, I got to make use on it. Whereas Andrew had a really good second round. If you compare his board from the first time, and Andrew picks up 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points again for Andrew, and no negatives this time.
I think he's winning now. Is he in the lead now? I assume so.
Yeah, and Andrew has 14 points total added. PJ picks up.
Him and Bryant.
Yeah, PJ picks up 3 points.
Wait. Yeah.
Andrew's got those
Yes, you got that
monuments.
correct.
He's got a good situation.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's got the Nile. He picks up a flood. That's a lot of points for him.
Yeah, and there are floods going to happen in Epoch 3. There are 5 floods left in the bag, right? We can expect more. Expect at least 3 of them to come out. Bryant picks up a solid 8 though. Bryant matching his 8 from the first round, but he just doesn't have the monuments that Andrew has or the Nile infrastructure.
Don't think he has the tiles.
Yeah, Bryant's ahead by 2 in terms of actual point scoring right now. But right now, yeah, Andrew feels to be in a really good position. I think Andrew timed it out really perfectly again. Waited, and then said, you know what, half the raws are there. I have to start striking, and called at the right time, it felt, every time. And then Levi picks up... Levi picks up nothing. 0 for the round for Levi. That hurts for Levi. Levi also won in the
I think
first.
he's in a rough spot. You got some.
I have options, yeah.
Yeah, Andrew and Bryant picking up decent points, the both of them. Bryant sitting at 16, Andrew sitting at 14, PJ sitting at sort of 4, I mean plus the 10 initial that everybody started with, and I think Levi's sitting with 1 going into the last one. Levi's got a lot of work to do to catch
I think
up.
it's fair to say
and it's especially tough
7 or 8
because Bryant and Andrew both have like a significant points lead in the actual points of it, so you can't really depend on the one of them getting the -5 for sundials and then you getting that 5-point swing, right?
Yeah. Oh, and he's got the lowest numbers possible. PJ is
Oh,
1,
Yeah.
2, and 4. If he could have traded that 2 in for that 12 or
yeah, PJ's going to be kicking himself wanting to turn that into 12, and Andrew a dominant spread. Andrew having 3, 10, and 13, the 12 being in the middle. So Andrew has 2 of the top 3 numbers going into this last final age.
13's here.
I think it's Andrew's game to lose at this point.
Bryant's still in it.
Yeah.
Bryant's still in it. I think they're both in an interesting position, but Andrew definitely has a lot going for him.
Yeah. He's got more weight to throw around, but as we've seen, Bryant knows how to. Oh, and an immediate raw gets pulled. That's the first tile of the game.
Should have done the last round. Could have had that 12 right now.
Oh, these PJ feels it.
Yeah.
I feel for him.
I feel for PJ for sure. Yeah, PJ definitely regretting not turning that 2 into a 12.
I need to figure out like what I got here.
Yeah, PJ being in the same spot that Bryant was in the second round.
Yeah. Bryant managed to improve his position.
Yeah.
He can snag those higher numbers, and lock up the points or the numbers at the sun tiles bonus at the end of the game.
Yeah.
When is this game going? It's not even 2 hours yet. Okay, we're fine on time. Yeah.
Of course, we're going to be
Don't
playing
feel
on
rushed.
Yeah.
We can beat Kaya.
And they
must
they
enter my
went
mind
real
palace
deep on
for
a
a
lot of
second.
boards there.
Figure out.
Yeah.
They had some very big boards.
What my win
And
con
so
is
that
here.
makes me feel that there's going to be some more Raws called. You know, the Raws are not a lot of tiles they've gone through. They've seen a lot of tiles. That's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
The odds are that you're going to draw some more Raws in Epoch 3. So you haven't been that aggressive, especially as Andrew. You haven't been very aggressive. You've gotten a little lucky in Epoch 2. Let's be aggressive this round. And I would, if I was Andrew, I'd be trying to lock up
I'll pass.
the high numbers.
Yeah.
Get that 5 points. Maybe not even plan on bidding that 13. Just sit on it. Just don't even plan on spending it, you know, because it's worth 5 points.
Yeah. If Andrew could do as Andrew's first bid, playing the 10, changing that 10 for the 12, and then
This is like Andrew's dream right now. That's
this
a
is
flood,
Andrew's
right?
dream. Yeah, that's a flood.
Yeah.
Andrew
it's flood
Andrew
with
is
a
calling
12.
raw.
Yeah, and Brian knows it.
Yeah.
Brian probably would like the board to be a little bit bigger, but he sees that it's so good for Andrew.
Yeah.
Andrew's definitely going to bid the 3, you know,
Yeah.
and Brian's got to ask himself, am I willing to bid my 5 on this board? And I think the answer is yes.
He goes for the
But
bag though.
Brian, I think he knows he's behind too, though.
Yeah.
He needs to play a little bit of catch up. He has to get more points out of each one of his sundials.
Yeah. Then Andrew, but we're gonna see an immediate raw from Andrew, or maybe not. Andrew's got the 13, so
But yeah, and he would be trading it into a 12, and he could get that 13 later with his 2. If he's going to spend the 13, now's the time to spend it. So it does seem like a good call for either raw or draw.
yeah. I just feel the
Shut
power. Yeah, the power of calling raw right now rather than letting PJ do it, because PJ's got to call raw at this point.
Yeah.
Although it actually doesn't matter, because if PJ is forced to call raw, Andrew knows he can beat all of his tiles, right? PJ's highest tile
You don't have to call him. You can't let this board get any bigger.
Yeah.
All that's going to happen is that it helps Andrew. Like, it may not be great for you, but yeah.
Yeah.
You have to call it.
Best one yet.
But I think Andrew knows that PJ has to call, and he also knows that his numbers aren't a threat, right? So it actually gives him that additional draw, lets him eke out one more tile of value, and then take it with whatever number he wants.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying he just has all the power. He's in such a good position.
Whatever number he's allowed to take it with, rather.
He played well. He worked himself up. He got his edges where he needed to, and he's gotten himself caught back up with Brian.
Yeah. Yeah, he had it felt like a real slow start, even though he just had points, but he didn't give himself that sort of end game development. But now you see his board is the one that I would want in going into Epoch 3, even with PJ's triple over there.
Brian's just not going to let him steal it with a 3
Yeah.
or the 4. Like, he completely takes PJ out of the equation.
Yeah. I mean, Levi's now just deciding, do I put the 6 or the 11, right? I think if you're Levi, you have to put the 11. Although it gives Andrew the top 2 around the table, like, you need to force Andrew to spend that 13 and give you, Levi, the power to take anything.
It's a tough call. He's kind of like, what do you say, damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
But let him take it with the 10.
Wow. Andrew gets it with the 10. That's exactly what he wanted to do, though. And he takes it now, and that flood, that very important flood for this stage of the game. That's a huge get for Andrew. Also getting a 12 to contribute towards that sundial majority.
He never has to play that 13. He can just sit on it and lock down the 5 points from that. Now all he's looking for is a sieve, and I think he just wins the game.
Yeah.
You know, a sieve or a god. A god tile would be great too, because then you steal the sieve.
That's true. Yeah, if a sieve had come out, or even a triple, you would have seen a raw from Andrew, I believe.
What is that?
It's requirement.
No one particular.
No one particularly. I mean,
You need me to pressure.
PJ
He still should
could.
call, bro.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
give me the barrels. Is that what
He
you're
should
saying?
still be upgrading his numbers, hoping for the best.
Oh, it absolutely is.
I'm not being swayed
He
by
needs a
your
lot of
words. I
luck,
just
though.
don't think
Like,
it's
he's just in a
worth
tough
it at all.
situation.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the thing.
I mean, I feel PJ's strategy, PJ's end goal would be to hope to luck into a triple.
Actually, if you tie in pharaohs. then it's-
So if he were to raw right now as PJ, but he puts that sieve out, and I think we're gonna see Bryant push the raw in here.
Wow, how good is a 7th pharaoh? It's about as good as a 6th pharaoh.
Yeah.
Took so many of them.
It's not a lot of points for him, though.
Yeah, but it does get him the sieve, and maybe can entice Andrew into putting something in. But I think Andrew's too. He holds his cards well. He knows when to
I'm
bid,
going
and I
to
don't
call
think
off.
we're going to see Andrew bid a 13 on this.
No, he's not going to bid the 13. I would at least bid the 3, but
We'll bid the 3, yeah. If Andrew could get away with this for a 3, he won't. It'll force Bryant to take it with the 5. Unless Levi wants it for some reason. Levi could give himself 2 doubles, 3 doubles, and then hope for a bunch of triples. That actually might be an okay play by Levi, putting in his 6 to upgrade that to the 10 that's out there.
I think Levi is debating how much to bid, right?
Yeah.
So I think you're right. 6.
How do I win this game?
Who said that?
I think PJ said, "How do I win this game?"
PJ, you don't. You're
Unfortunately,
in a tough position. That's 1, 2, 4.
the way PJ wins is maybe winning this bid, which I don't think anyone would let him have it. But being able to get those extra doubles, get a sieve, and then hopefully luck into some triples so that he can just score a bajillion points on monuments and maybe get. Wow, Andrew didn't even bid the 3.
Levi and Andrew passed?
Wow.
Oh my gosh, I cannot predict this game.
That is so surprising from Andrew.
This is how PJ wins.
This is how
He takes
PJ
it with
wins.
one.
He takes it with that 1. That's how PJ wins. Yeah, very close. And it's also surprising that Bryant would take that with the 5. I guess focusing around the numbers.
It hurts for him. He
It
got the
hurts for
sieve.
him, but PJ currently isn't that much of a threat. Like Andrew is Bryant's biggest threat right now,
Yep.
and so the fact that Andrew didn't bid the 3, I'm
Zod
surprised
didn't even have to
that
get
Bryant
up.
actually
He
went
was
in on
allowed to
that.
stay in bed.
Yeah.
Some decisions are easy.
But I'm saying the Raws are going to come.
Yeah.
Rooting for these colors.
The next decision,
No
should
idea.
you pull another one out?
Yeah, can I just leave? I don't like the train we're on here.
There's a flood, which some of the players will be salivating at. Well, a little. It's 3 points.
It's not worth it yet, but they're making their way through this epoch. Games
Yeah.
are almost over. I think Levi is going to wait until he sees better numbers. He knows he's behind.
Yeah.
He's going to have to let that board fill up and just
Number 8.
just got to draw.
That's worth 5 points for PJ. That's an 8-point board for PJ. And now, well, it's actually not that bad.
No number 8.
It's just a 6-point board for PJ.
Yeah, it's still not bad.
PJ should take this with his 1.
Oh, if he can, if it gets to him.
That's a 7-point board for PJ. If you can pick up 7 points with your 1,
Is it alright if I move the boat to its proper location?
I agree.
Yeah. Whoops.
Thanks, Levi.
This game of Raw is pretty quiet.
yeah.
I'm not at it. I guess all the games that I'm at, there's a lot of tabletop.
That's what I appreciated in terms of commenting on the last one. I was like, it's great. Loyd's got it covered.
I don't shut up.
But that's I think I'm a similar player, right?
Let's go. Rah rah.
If you can influence your
Put the squeeze on.
your opponents to bid when they should be bidding, you have to. You got to be pointing these
Have
left.
to.
right?
But then sometimes people like see the ring and they go, "Oh, I'm not going to listen to what he has to say."
Yeah, that's often what happens to me
Like,
when
I'm telling them what they should do.
yeah, yeah.
I'm not smooth enough to tell people what to go the next level.
Wait.
Did it go around?
Well, I can't actually.
Andrew puts
No,
his
no,
3
I
in.
can't beat
Bit
you.
of
Yes,
three.
I can beat
You
you.
beat it with a 4. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you should.
Okay.
His 1 and 2
many
are
is it?
just they're just as bad as his 4.
Basically.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same. It's the same number.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
I think
this is
Brian
actually
did it earlier.
this is a good bid by Andrew because he gets his 7th. So he does pick up that extra sort of 4 points. He can kill his doubles and not lose points.
And we do that same thing. God, it's killing me.
No, I mean, is it got the sip out there?
No, there's no sieve though. That's true.
Yeah. See,
Ah, shit. He's a 7th type
All right,
thing.
guys. So here's
I would kind of maybe let him take it.
Yeah, I would as well.
I don't know. Like, it's a tough call. Like,
Same thing.
Yeah.
it's not great for him. I kind of
If
just
you
want
wanted
him
Except
to
to
in
bid the
this
one.
very specific
I
circumstance.
don't
You
think
wanted
we
to
should
bid
have
the
bid.
1, you did the 4.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're glad you went over that.
And then he also gets a 5 as well. So he gets lower in
I assume since you
contention
called
for
wrong, you
the larger
Yep.
sundials. Yeah, I think that's a mistake
But
by
of
Andrew.
course he does this.
I think I'd be
because it is
excited to
worth
see Andrew
the
bid
same
there
value
and
to
just
him.
let. Okay, you can have it.
And it also, like, sure, he
Yep,
picks up
have
an
to beat
extra
him, I
4
think.
points with his, but PJ wants it.
Yep.
Wow,
Goes back.
Andrew kind of saved by PJ's bid there.
All right. I have a decision here. Which one do I destroy?
oh yeah.
This is when you get, if for anybody watching, this is when you actually, it's kind of important to do the math
Yeah,
and see what has come,
Put your land in water.
see
Yeah.
what everybody has and try to figure out what is the best
and
monument to get rid of.
And now kill
Yeah.
2. Okay.
It can be worth it because you're going to hate yourself.
Probably
If,
just have to give up on the 7 dream.
yeah.
Yeah, I have to. So in that case,
Let me see what I would do.
Go
I'd actually
for-
keep the double, and I'd risk it for the biscuit and get rid of
yeah, the Pharaoh and
triangle
yeah, and the Sphinx,
and the Sphinx. Yeah,
because every other player has both of those as well.
those are what I get rid of. Yeah,
Yeah.
damn.
the triple pyramid and the Sphinx. I think is what you get rid of.
Yeah, I love that as a play.
It can cost you 1 point, but or maybe even more. But the value of the fact that that step pyramid. There's only one of them out. I guess. There's
Yeah.
The 2 I get rid of are these
Yeah,
2.
Andrew has the other one that's out.
Nope. It's close though. It's not a
It's
big
close.
math difference. It's
Yeah.
not- it's a small mistake if anything.
Yeah,
Not a big deal.
yeah, it's true. Yeah, he gets rid of one that both Levi and Andrew have a copy of, rather than one that all 3 people have a copy of with that move.
Yeah.
This is too stressful.
Yeah.
Because you can't
But
control the
my
board,
move's clear,
Brian.
so that's the
Yeah.
best thing gone wrong.
Yeah, Bryant works well with almost perfect information, and
I've drawn number 3.
that's a nice pull for Levi.
Levi, yeah, for
That's
sure.
Levi's triple.
That's a
But
Also-
he's on the train of getting some more
21
points. He needs to draw some points.
And look at that, the right call by by PJ. The 2 that he got rid of immediately come up.
Nice.
If he's hoping for that 7, he just needs another monument, and then the 7 dream can be alive once more.
Yeah, but he would have rather have had those, double
Yeah.
those.
Yeah.
But oh gosh, that board's not great.
Board is not great, and PJ needs some small, really good boards.
Oh, you have to.
Well, that would give
You
Levi
have to, yeah.
2 triples.
I'll bid. I won't make you do it.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, we'll have a.
This is
Not
a
gonna be
tasty.
Let's do it.
Yeah, Brian's too above board to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Hey, this is
Yeah,
6.
have to do it.
Oh
It's
my
too good
gosh,
for
and the
Wow.
13.
This goes back.
This game
Oh,
might
but
be
he
over.
Andrew.
That
Oh,
was
Andrew gets a
an amazing draw
quad.
for him.
Andrew gets a quad with that.
Oh my gosh.
Andrew gets a quad and hits the 7. That's 14 points for Andrew.
Yeah, GG.
That's a
Can
good
you get
play.
it 13 back with that 3? And then if
The best thing for Andrew would have been
does he call raw right now and go out? This is what
call raw. Yeah, get the 13.
Just
Get
go
the
out.
13 back.
Like, I got my points. Let's see what you guys got.
Yeah.
There we go.
Great move. Great play by Andrew.
Yeah. That's the right play.
Absolutely the right call. Wants to go for that sundial. Knows the other players can't block him.
Is he bidding the 4? Oh no, he already got rid of the 4.
He already got rid of the 4.
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Everything's coming up Andrew.
Wow. That flip, taking the 2 points helps mitigate that sieve. Just knows not to wait around for the sieve, knows that he won't win it with the 3, and so using the opportunity to take the big number. What a great turn order too, turn structure for Andrew as well. That's also interesting too, with Bryant calling raw and not Levi calling raw. It gives Andrew the chance to just get whatever tile comes up.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if you're like PJ is a non-factor at this point because Andrew's bidding the 3. But if you're Bryant or Levi, do you stop this? Because Andrew's going to keep on doing it anytime it gets to him.
Gotta play your game too, though. So at this point, I'm not stopping it. He's got a lot of points, but there's still some game left in this epoch. Yeah. And you're both behind, and you just hope let him go out, end this game. We know where we stand. Let's get some points here.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. They're going to fight over. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
The way it plays out.
The only case I could see for stopping is because that 13's in the middle. So do you throw something like a 6 in to make his next bid a little bit less, right?
Okay.
Whatever his next one is.
Yeah. So he's going for highest. Yeah.
So he's just going to secure the 5. Doesn't care about the 6.
Okay.
Yeah, Levi talking about that right now.
I think you're probably right.
You're not beating us. There's no world where
my out is to go run on the deck. So
you're beating the highest. You have the highest on.
Yeah. Levi being very honest, saying, "Listen, I have a chance. I can't push him up. If you don't want him to have the highest, Bryant, you put the 8 in."
Yeah.
Yeah, but Bryant, I think Levi should put the 6 in.
Yeah, because Levi could get.
So I need to know.
Levi could have 2 nice runs. Yeah, you could get two solid runs.
And he gets the 13.
Yeah.
So,
Reasonably.
if he gets the 13, he has a chance at the highest.
Yeah, of course.
At the end of the game.
He has the 12 or whatever.
I think Levi knows he might still bid the 6, but he's just telling Bryant that he isn't going to bid the 6 because he wants more of a chance to.
I think I'm just going to lie to you.
You're going to lie to me?
Yeah, he has the 0.
Okay, whatever.
But if I win, I could win the biggest total.
My out is go.
I think I know what he has.
My out is to go long run. So I
Yeah, I know Levi wants to get a long run, but there's so many discs left. Like he's not going to get the opportunity to extend it.
And if PJ plays correctly, he's going to make bids. He has to.
Yeah. Although I think Levi and PJ are hoping that Bryant puts in here if they can. Bryant is the one who's been bidding and pushing the pressure, and PJ and Levi seem to just be happy to let a big board happen.
Yeah, but this is how Bryant loses the game, like PJ.
Yeah.
If he's constantly the police officer at the table, he can't always be the police officer.
He can't always be someone. Yeah.
Because I certainly lose if I give it to him. But it's just such a bad.
He's got to put the pressure on Levi. Like Levi, oh my gosh.
It's not over. Yes.
Oh, you told me you're passing.
Yeah, I'm passing.
Yeah, Bryant.
Let's not go that far.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the best situation for Levi.
Yeah.
Like, he got him to do it, and he didn't have to.
Yeah. Oh, there's PJ's number 5.
That's his 8 kind.
That's what he needs.
Oh, that's also a fantastic pull for Andrew.
That was a crazy draw.
That was a crazy, awful draw for me.
That was the last one in the bag.
That was the worst thing I could have drawn.
Just keep trying.
What if I call wrong? You can win it for 1.
Well, he's not going to win it for 1 because he's going to bid 3.
You think
Yeah.
I bid 3?
Of course I'll bid 3. What are you talking about? It's a
There's
plus-
no
it's a
way he
plus
does
5.
not bid 3 there.
It's a plus 3 on
And
tonight.
Andrew,
Well, I really
Andrew
don't
being
want it,
the
so if he
silent
does-
assassin
just keep
right
drawing.
here.
Yeah.
Just keep drawing. I will.
This is where the
I will
poker
allow his
happens,
tonight
right?
on
Like
that 8, but I'm
Andrew,
gonna-
Andrew
I
not
know,
giving up
this is an important part of
anything
our, I think.
in terms
Yeah.
of what he's going
It
to
is
do.
important, okay?
Yeah.
But table talk.
But
and I
Levi
can't
is
stop
just
table
logicking
talk.
it.
Like,
Like,
stop
you
slow
have-
play.
he would probably
Okay,
bid
this
the
is
3.
slow play.
Oh, I see.
Oh, they're calling it
Bid the
slow
8
play?
that he draws. I promise.
No, I think it might have just been
that's
in terms of
I'm not gonna get
Um,
You're not going to let him have.
Yes.
Because he can't. Okay.
But I'm not gonna bid on a negative.
table talk, all
Negative.
all ganging up on someone. I don't know. I think that's part of Raw.
That's also good for
Yeah, it is. Brian.
you. Eventually, it's good for you. By the time age 5 comes around.
Honestly, if Andrew doesn't take it, it just makes Bryant lose.
Yeah,
Because he takes it and he's like, oh, that was cool.
yeah. We have to see the push in for 3. I think Andrew's still just surveying the options, but I think Andrew was ready to take the God tile worth 2, and this gives him an extra 5. Although it no longer is the 13 in the middle as well. There's the 8 in the middle, so Andrew might be doing the math, trying to see if that's enough to get him to that highest sundial.
He's still a good.
I have to pass.
Yeah.
I will pass depending on my honest friend.
Yeah, I think
Better than last
he's
time.
still got to bid it, take it. Levi.
He's
Yeah.
getting his final score will be 18 plus.
Yeah, it almost, we're going back to the bid. It feels like you should have let Andrew have the 13 and the God tile.
43 plus 6. His final score will be 49. Plus.
It's a pretty big final score
49.
if the math is right.
It's
I need a
nice, yeah.
49.
That's really high in a four player.
Yeah,
I mean, I've seen higher, but it's a good.
That was my conclusion.
a good bar, right? Like,
Yep.
you want to
and the
hit
game
around
has
there.
a number.
Yeah,
You know, it's.
Value is knocking out of play.
And like I said earlier, the other boards were really
Knocking
deep.
out the wing.
There's a lot.
Dude, you
You're
said
gonna
you
drop
do
them
it.
wrong.
But that was before he bid it. I passed.
Okay.
That was on my turn. I would draw, but if I
Yeah.
didn't draw raw,
wow.
All right. Well,
Brian-
his score to beat is 49.
his score is
He did it.
49. All
Yes, his
right.
score is 49.
He played well. Like Andrew
Well,
played well.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna. Yeah.
Yes.
That's where
Without
He had
a
8
significant
before, so
luck,
he had 18
the way the
plus
team's
whatever he
gonna
has on his
go.
board.
And he has 6 there. So,
How is that not worth it to you? Okay.
man.
Yeah, I agree. I think he should have taken
You
it.
can't
but-
get all 8 monuments.
But PJ doesn't
100%.
have much room to talk here.
Okay, that's not a very good draw for the
Yep.
rest of
No,
us.
that's not.
Uh-huh.
He's sitting pretty now.
I think he has it.
They know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And now
Oh,
all Andrew
does-
wants,
does
and this is when you start
someone know if
chanting
they
raw.
yeah.
Andrew,
This is where you start chanting
Minus
raw.
5 permissive, but what his
I don't
score
think
was
Andrew's-
18 going into the round.
Andrew hasn't
Figure
made a
it out.
peep-ball game. Andrew's been dialed in and focused.
Yeah.
The Nile tile out
Is this
there.
right?
A sieve, a
Yes.
Nile, and destroyed 2 monuments.
Okay.
He needs to keep track of other people's scores.
I had him at 24 for some reason.
Okay. That's cool.
Levi saying, "What's up with your
Well,
points,
I-
Levi?"
I'm
He's like,
saying,
"Oh,
like,
I've been
aim
using
hard
these to
for
keep
yourself.
track of
You have some
everyone else's
choosy team?
scores."
I'm 100% sure he has 18 points going into
Alright.
this round.
I'm not bidding
Yeah.
on that. Yeah,
A
no.
face down
He's
tile?
gonna have a
It's not
big
easy.
end around.
No, 18.
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Levi's trying to toss them
He
into drawing.
accumulated 18
Like,
points from
please
miscellaneous
draw so
stuff
I can get these giant
on
boards.
round 1 and 2.
Yeah,
18 plus whatever his permanent points are.
Okay. I need to count the scores real quick.
It might happen because everybody knows they're behind. Everybody knows they need to draw to catch up to Andrew.
yeah. Andrew gonna be getting 26 points with his current spread, and then maybe
guess-
31 if he has.
I'll try to think through every point he scored.
Levi's saying Andrew's at 18
I don't have
points.
that good of a memory.
I think Andrew's at 24 points. From his past takes, because I think he got 7 and he got 7, and he had the starting 10.
You can't bet on this.
He's had some good rounds. He's managed to score points every round.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
And
gonna
he's ended the
realize
game
you're
with
right.
a great board.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got the sundials.
Yeah.
He's got that lock.
Surprisingly good board. Based upon where he was at the end of Epoch 1 as well.
I can't bid on this because I'll. That's pretty reasonable logic.
If you want to validate my methodology, you have 26 points.
Thank you. I can also look at my points,
Yeah.
but I really
But
appreciate
if you validate, you're worried that I'm not.
Levi's over here telling him how many points he has.
But Levi's saying, listen, if you don't trust me, I'll tell you what you got.
So
That's fair.
I had
So,
24.
I trust Levi more than I trust myself, to
Not
be
counting his
honest.
monuments.
So, it's my turn.
Levi's won two Terraforming Mars year after year. Hey,
He's doing the math.
Is that good?
we just been chatting here.
Yeah, everybody wants the big board, and I understand.
Screw us all if we drop it.
There's a chance that, I guess,
We got a 4
Levi,
civ.
higher number
Right up.
can win.
What is it?
It's 5.
Five.
That's a good one for PJ.
Really?
It's a 3 of a kind.
He's got a call.
Yeah, he gets his civs.
Call it. Take it with
You
the
get-
one, hopefully.
Yeah,
I
he
have
can
to
take
bid
out
here,
his.
Yes.
100% I have to bid. Raw.
I have to count the score
Yeah.
again, I'm sorry.
Yeah, really saw. If PJ had drawn there, I mean, with 1 and 2, you gotta call raw.
This is the way he scratches back in, but
Mm-hmm.
with a 2, like, how is he gonna?
If I take that,
Yeah, it's tough having the bottom 2 numbers. It's
Definitely.
really tough, especially
Definitely.
you know everyone wants a big board. Well, but that's how you get in. You hope for some lucky draws of like
Second,
a half
third,
board,
fourth
and you
would
hope
not
that
matter,
Bryant and Levi feel the need to push it a bit more.
Yeah, Brian's doing the
So you
math.
the
He's
diabetes
seeing
where you
it.
dang, I already got second.
I don't think
But
he's
nobody
winning.
Yep. I'm playing for first, baby, even though it's seeming less and less likely by the minute.
Yeah, sorry. I just
you go for it, man. You gotta go
Yeah.
first.
Mhm.
This is too hard, but I'm going to pass.
Oh
I-
man, I do not think that's a winning play, but
I have to.
Levi takes
And
that
there's
one.
not enough civs left in the bag to ever consider not doing it.
Yeah, it's right for him.
Yeah, Levi needing it for the civs. He'll get rid of that excess.
And this is why PJ will never catch up.
Yeah.
Because he
Oh, and those are
really,
three
really,
different
really
civs.
needed that. He really needed that, and
Oh yeah. I think yeah, that's a great
Alright,
call
so,
by Levi.
Uh,
Those civs look like 3 different, so he's just taken 5 points.
yeah, with the potential of getting more. You know.
Yeah.
Sort of hard to find this one.
Yeah. Levi looking around the table, deciding which ones he gets rid of.
I believe it's a 7. Okay. I'll just run this one. And 6. There's 3.
Not necessarily remembering that that's also the one that PJ threw out, to be fair.
5.
Yeah.
5. 5 is pretty rare. 1, 2, 3. 2.
Levi's wants to see what he should get rid of.
4.
Yeah.
He's doing,
I think
he's doing the math.
at this point, they all feel pretty equal. But those choices, again, I trust Levi. That feels like the correct call.
Yeah, you keep your doubles. You
Yeah.
keep the double. Just in the off chance that you get the.
Because there's still 2 of those left in the bag, right? I don't think we've seen people destroy those. So
That's
That.
and this is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Sorry.
you see the tension around the table anytime one of those raw is drawn. Andrew Andrew sees his
He passed.
chances of winning getting closer and closer with every raw tile.
Oh, at least it's not.
Thank you.
At least it doesn't belong down there.
I feel like the only objectively bad decision I made this game was drawing raw tiles in that first round.
God,
In this round.
Oh my God, you're killing me, dog.
Bro, you have already killed me. I don't want to hear it. If I take you down by accident, my friend, I'm
No,
sorry.
it's gonna
I'm
happen.
passing, yes.
Like,
Yeah.
I knew this is how it was going to play out.
Yeah,
Andrew knew this is how this was going to play out.
yeah, and that's
He
why
got in early in
Andrew
the
got out when he did.
Because I think he knows that he got a little lucky on those deep draws at Epoch 2.
Yeah, for sure.
And he knows he got the deep draws.
Oh,
He
sorry.
got
He
his
blocked
flood.
it in.
Yeah. And now the game's almost over.
Come on.
Yeah,
That's a thing.
That is a thing.
Things are things.
God tile at this point.
Come on.
Brian
That is not a
many
thing.
monuments and those
Yeah.
points at the end of the game.
Yeah,
I also pass.
that's tough. I mean, Bryant has to hope for still the deep board. 2 raw tiles left. We got Levi's hot hands. Will he make it 1?
Overall, these guys have played a great game.
Yeah,
They're playing pretty tight. Like,
Yeah.
I'm really surprised. None of these guys were. I don't know if any of these guys even played raw.
Yeah.
For that's their game. I didn't see any of them. They weren't at the finals.
I don't think I
And
can possibly.
If you're 1 or 2, you might as well clear it out because you're not going to
they're
win.
playing pretty tight.
The bigger you make it, the bigger you make it for us.
It shows you how
That
good
is
the
the thing.
players
You
are
gotta make
Yeah.
that
at
spot.
this tournament.
You can buy the next pot.
Okay, I need to do math.
To go
I need
into
to
a
figure out
game
if I
that
have
is not your
even
best
outside
game
chance
and
to win
just
the game if I take that.
make a good showing and play correctly.
yeah, I agree. There's been a lot of like really solid play. I think Levi's gotten pretty unlucky in terms
I'm not
of
gonna do the math. I do
I'll
not
bet
think
if
it's.
in terms of timing, just being behind the gun and
Yeah.
not capitalizing
I do not
on some of the
believe that.
things
I'm
that he
sorry.
wanted, and then also
Yeah.
wanting to go
Sorry.
for that longer run and then not getting that opportunity. But yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Everybody here has played really well, and it shows. That's why I love this format, right? Because if you're good at board games, you're good at board games. You can apply those skills to other things,
Well, I
but
can
it's also
use my
fun
God
seeing you pivot and make those make that shift
Yeah.
to something that's not your specialty, right?
I'm sure people at home are like, "Oh, they have a chance." I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry." It's just the game is almost over. I can't imagine. But the
Yeah,
board's
you
going
know, I need
deep.
flood.
Like they
Yeah.
can draw raw.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's about as good as it's been.
Levi feeling pretty good about this this board. Although Levi would love to see a
I
flood.
should trade my God tile for the
Bryant saying, "I'm going to trade my God tile for a pharaoh."
I need
And
one
really,
more time
and
to
make
cut
sure I
this
lose this game. Yeah. I don't know what and this is the hard part, is that I don't know what the right play is,
Yeah,
because they all want more points. But
Yep.
They know they're not winning, and they're all just like, we've got to keep drawing until we get more points. And we're just going to draw these raws.
yeah. It's almost like the order. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I hope we draw a nice big swath, and I hope it's great for me and not great for the person who's ahead of me, and I can take it with my lower number. Or they get it, and then we draw it again and hope that it's a better one for me.
Yeah. And that's the power of the big numbers that Andrew had going into this round.
Yeah.
He had those good numbers. He took what he could early on, got a little lucky, and he played great.
Yeah.
Bryant, though, I don't think if I was in his position, I would have played any different.
Yeah,
I
think Bryant has played maybe the tightest game at the table. I agree.
yeah, he played exactly how I would play it in his position, and I appreciate that. But, playing correctly doesn't always win you the game.
That's true. Raw is fickle sometimes.
Hopefully I see him next year playing raw, because he's a good raw player.
Yeah.
And, man, Andrew's showing some good skill, too.
Yeah, Andrew's timing has been really impeccable this game. I think he's read the board really well, and every time where I was like, okay, now we got to start now the pace started to pick up. You can see Andrew spring into like immediate action, and there's a shift from his bidding. And I think that sort of reading of the board is
Final
what has put
table,
him into
here we
this position. Bryant goes out.
I don't. Is he winning? Has he done the math?
I don't think that's going to be enough. I think he was hoping to push Levi into doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. It's his monuments
I'm wondering how close it is.
against, but he does have the Civ tile. He does have the Civ tile, and Andrew does not.
He has the gold. Got 5 points.
My math must be not math because I don't think you have
Yeah,
it.
his six gods make up for Andrew's 6 Nile tiles. His Civ.
Didn't have
They had plus 16,
excellent Epoch 3.
Yeah,
I'd say Bryant was winning.
yeah, it's true. Bryant does have a shot here, but I think Andrew getting that quad and those 8. That puts him at
And he's got the
25 points. Yeah, that's like 30 points. It's really hard to surmount. This is looking really nice for Levi. I think what Levi needs is for PJ to be greedy and just fill the board twice so that Levi can take it.
Yeah, well, PJ has to.
Yeah.
PJ also has to be greedy. PJ's hoping that Levi gets the points that he needs, and that who's the last one remaining, and he can
just go on a run. Yeah, I think that's the only play at this point. Sometimes you got
deep runs.
Yeah.
These boards are filled up.
Yeah.
Goodbye, final table.
They can't be too mad about the draws they've drawn, because they have drawn a lot of tiles.
Yeah, 2 more? 3 more of those? Just don't pass me. Okay.
I guess I stuck my hand in. I have to draw. So probably should have thought about that a little more.
And we're going to see a draw from Levi, obviously. He's got the power.
I hope Brian doesn't play Raw next year,
Or PJ left or right.
because I don't want to
Why
play.
you gotta make me pick,
All right,
man?
I'll pick.
Why did you just pick? Oh, man.
Levi hot hands.
Anything can happen.
Levi raw hands.
Yeah, he's got to take it with him.
Yeah, he'll take it with this, or does he take with the 11
I think I
and
have
then
to take
and then
this.
hope
He's
to
gonna take it.
Hope to get it back.
Yeah,
Hope
he'll
to
probably
get it
take
back.
it. Yeah. 1, 7. Yep.
He goes for the 7 instead.
Before
When
you
the dice comes back.
Yeah, making that decision. He was
He's got the blood there, so that's pretty good for Levi.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Levi makes it.
Another full board like this, he has a chance.
Yeah, that was a great
This is what he was waiting for.
Thing
It's
is,
a great
I
pull
really do not think
and a
I'm
really
in
good
any kind of
recalculation
position
from
in the game.
Levi as well.
And he's almost can he steal pharaohs? How much more does he need to steal pharaohs?
Yeah.
So does Matt.
2 more and he'll get at least tie and get the 5.
That's all you need. That's all you need. All right, Levi. Let's see how lucky you are.
That's the tile PJ needs.
Come on, red tile. This is it.
Bryant feeling it. There's the Pharaoh. 1 more Pharaoh for Levi.
This is not.
Yeah, it is. Get 1 more pharaoh.
PJ
25 pharaohs.
Get
PJ
2 more monuments.
continuing
It's
to
not-
draw, but he has no other
Surprise
choice.
if it happens.
I want to see the
time I
Pharaoh.
expect a draw. I expect this game to end every time they draw.
Yeah. You see the chanting starting for Bryant. Levi! Levi!
Sorry, man.
There it is.
It's all right.
There it is. Levi pulls that raw. PJ unable to get his 1 or his 2 out. Unfortunately, PJ only getting 1 bid in there. Andrew and Bryant both capitalizing on theirs as well.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I think it's a foregone conclusion at this point that it is Andrew who will be moving forward, but let's see the final score. Yeah, but I mean, I always commentate these sort of things if I don't know the outcome. Just as
Between him and Bryant.
So this is a
Oh, Bryant has the
24.
13 back for something that I thought Andrew did.
Bryant has the top sundial though. That's huge.
No wonder he thought he was going to win.
So
That's a great pull from Bryant.
God, Bryant.
That really helps offset some things. This is going to be close.
Here.
Nile, she gets 6 points. Civilization, you have no gold. Monuments, you have 8 across, right? So it's 15. and then 10 down, so that's 25. Sun's nothing, right?
Miscount?
I thought it was 10 for 8 months.
Nope.
15, 10 for 7.
Yep, there it is.
So
Suck us,
your
man.
score 6 minus
What a
5
game.
plus 25.
That was
What a
a
game.
real interesting game of Raw. I think it's a perfect example of how Raw plays out.
Minus
Yeah.
the 5 for your Civ, 25 for your Raw.
Yeah, they're tallying the points for Andrew right now. Got 25 for Monuments, 6 points for his Floods.
That's why I don't tell rules.
Yep.
So I think
God,
scooping up 26
Zero.
points.
Pharaoh,
Should
you're
be.
minus 2.
Yep. Let's just go
Nile.
negative. Whatever.
Civilization. you're
PJ
minus
scooping up
5.
4
Yeah.
points for his
No
Niles
gold.
and Floods,
Monuments, you
and then
have 4
scooping up
draws,
10 and
down, so it's
14.
14 points.
So 18 total points for PJ this round, but minus 2 and minus
Sun,
5
you're minus
for
5.
his Civ
Yep.
and his Pharaohs, so he sits
So
at 11.
Minus 2 plus 4 minus 5, 14 and minus 5. So this is plus 18 minus 12. So I see a net of 6.
Oh, plus minus 5 for the sundials as well. So getting 6 points total for PJ's final round.
There's one thing I can take solace in is I don't think I made any objective mistakes until I talked to Ted, and I'm sure I made a lot.
You made a lot.
PJ's saying that he talked to Ted, who was at your
Eugene can
final
tell you he's good
table,
at this game.
I think.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Ted, who was also at the Acquire final as well.
Oh, okay.
God, you have 3 gods, right? So it's
All right,
6
moving on to
points.
Bryant, who has 3 gods, 6 points.
Pharaoh, your high Pharaoh. So
High
that's
Pharaoh's
5
getting
points.
5, so total 11.
Mile is 0.
11 plus
Civilization 0.
5 and
Gold,
5.
0.
So Bryant picking up
5, right?
21 points here.
No, this is a duplicate. So you have 4 points.
Oh, it's a duplicate though.
Thank you.
He had them laid out in a 5, but he actually had a duplicate. So he gets 20 points,
6 and 5 and 4 and 5.
which I don't think is going to be
Oh.
enough to take Andrew. Yeah, both the one on the left and right were duplicate. He didn't realize, and was unable to score his Nile points as well.
Levi.
And then Levi
you have
picking
a
up
gold.
a decent amount
You
of
have
points.
No gods, so that's 0.
So 3 points for
Pharaohs,
gold,
you're in the middle, so that's 0. Niles, you have 1, 2, 3,
5 points for his Nile and his river tiles,
Civilization, these are 3 different.
5
So
points
that's
for
a
his
plus
Civ,
5. You do have a gold, so that's
and then
3
5
different.
points for his monuments.
Monuments 1, 2, 3, 4,
So
5.
18 total for Levi.
Do not have high sun. So that's 0 there. So count 16, 5, 5, 3, 3. So 16.
So it looks like Andrew.
So it looks like Andrew, yeah. I was just waiting to hear the final scores.
I want to see the difference between Andrew and
Yeah.
Brian. It seems like it's
So
pretty
it's
close.
18.
Yeah, Andrew pointing out there was an adding error. They were going to give Levi 16, but Andrew's like, no, he got 18. So Levi picking up 18 points.
This is 19.
So yeah, just trying to listen in on when they announce the final score, which should be coming. I think they're just double checking their math right now.
Yep.
And here's the grand reveal of points.
Was Levi's math right?
I lost by
So Andrew had 7 and
You're
7
right. Okay.
and 26. Plus your initial 10.
Andrew had 7, 7, 26, so 50 points total for Andrew. A 50-point final for Andrew.
PJ.
It's really good.
Yep.
It's really good.
Lay it on me.
And a 4-player, that's really good.
Still positive?
3 and 6. So I see 20.
PJ ending up with just 20 points because of that last round.
Start with 10. First round was 8. Second round was 8.
Bryant's rounds were 8, 8,
Third round was 20.
and 20, plus the initial 10.
6. Levi
Wow. So 46 for Bryant. Bryant just losing by 4 points. Yeah,
And you
Bryant
said that he had that 5 points, he would have won, right? He'd have gone up to 51.
If Bryant had gotten an extra 5, he would have. But I don't see how he would have gotten he would have needed 2 floods or a flood
I thought you
denial.
said something about like he thought that he had the.
Oh no, it was just 1 additional point that he thought he had, because he thought he had 5 in the monuments, and really he only had 4 for monument diversity. So yeah, so even if that was correct, he would still be at 47. Andrew moves on into the finals with 50 points as the final score. That was a pretty good game.
That was really close there at the end. Like,
Yeah.
It was a tight game. It wasn't a runaway. I thought it was more of a runaway with Andrew, but Bryant played well.
Bryant played really well. Yeah, a really solid showing. I thought it was a runaway as well, but it's like those swings, right? That swing of I think we were banking on Andrew having the most of the sundial, but Bryant making that denial play to get that 13 ended up being sort of a 10-point swing in between the two of them, and it was actually really clutch.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's really well played by both of them. I'm glad that they gave us such a great game, a great semifinal.
Yeah, really fun to watch. And for you at home, if this gets you excited to attend the World Series, think, listen, I could play like that. I could be up on that stage. Well, yeah, sign up. You can still get your tickets at WSBGVegas.com. Don't forget to use that code IAMIN. You can get yourself $50 off of your stay and play package, and really do book now, because the hotel block could fill up. And that's not like a sales pitch. That's just a real thing. We got our hotel rate during COVID, and they're like, yeah, we're not giving you more hotel rooms because we gave you too good a deal for 4 nights on the Strip. So what we have is what we have. Thanks, Loyd, so much for recording this. This was a friggin' blast. I'll look forward to seeing you again in Vegas 2024.
For sure.
Any thoughts to close this out? What would you say to people who are contemplating coming to WSBG?
It's great for the competitive player. The board game scene has so many people that play it for casual and have a great time doing it. But if you're that player who likes to win and wants to drink the tears of their enemies, this is the tournament for you. It's so much fun, and the community is wonderful.
Yeah, you can drink them in the friendly fashion that Bryant does. The friendly. What was his name on Discord?
Friendly foe.
Friendly foe. That's I think emblematic.
He's a classy character.
Yeah. What you can get.
I may not be. I'm just kidding. I try to.
I think it's all. I think it's good. I see this a lot. People play competitively. They leave it all out on the table, and then once the game's over, you take your lumps. You feel a bit sore sometimes, but then you it's still a great community, right? You just get to meet people who are there to play, to have fun, and to test themselves, to test their skills, and to put board gaming on an even on the world stage. We're going we should be put along poker and darts and all that sort of stuff, and that's what we're attempting to do here. And if you want to come be a part of that, come. Awesome. Thanks so much, Loyd, for being here. Thanks, everybody, for watching. And stay tuned to the Dice Tower for more WSBG coverage. We'll be releasing these with commentary, so you can tune into all the action that happened in 2023 as we get ready for 2024. Loyd, thanks so much for being here. We'll see you all later.
Bye.